I guess let's talk about it. Hey, Miss Dorothy. Hey, Connie. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. The floor is open. Hmm. Hey, Tanya. What's going
Hey, nothing finna clean out this car room.
on? Girl, I don't know what is going on with Brenay and Devon, and it's too much going on.
Who is these people?
Brenay and Devon, he's supposedly brought a weapon in court. I'm trying to
Mm.
see what's going on. He was arrested at court. I'm waiting for Love to come up here because she gonna be able to catch us all the way up.
Where they from and stuff?
I'm not exactly sure where they from.
So he already had a case. He just bought a weapon.
Hmm.
Mm.
Well, no, she was sued. Brenay up here in the
Mm.
orange shirt. She
Mm.
was sued by the original girlfriend, wife, for like breaking up a happy home or something like that for
Mm.
$1 million. So she's suing the one in the orange shirt for $1 million.
I
And
think
yeah,
I remember, dude.
in court about it right now. She's representing herself in the orange shirt. She don't have a lawyer.
Wasn't he a country creator? Is he a country creator?
Yeah, with the old girlfriend.
Yeah, I remember his face. Now that I think about it, I can't remember his face.
Hmm. Yep, he was the content creator with the old girlfriend.
Yeah, it's crazy. I had me some tacos and margarita.
Okay, tacos.
Well, I had a burrito.
Hey, Kashia, I'm doing baked fish and macaroni and cheese.
That's right. The other day I had me some seafood.
Mm. What kind of seafood? Hey, Miss Chriselle.
I had like a boil, like a bag, it's one of these in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
I went straight after work. It's the best. I feel like it's the best to go out and eat. You just got work. It seems like the food hit different.
What's going on, Kashia? You cooking today? Love, that's I'm looking for you. Love, come up in here and give us the rundown. We need the full timeline.
Come to the panel,
Come
girl.
to the panel, girl. We need the full timeline as to the shenanigans. And also, what happened with him bringing a weapon to court and being arrested? What is going on?
How did he even get in the courthouse? But they don't be having middle of what do you know? Do you think that should be a thing? They should change?
What?
Like having building detectives going inside of a courthouse. I thought
Hell
they, you know
yeah.
what, they do have them. How did he get in there with it? Now that I think about it, how did he even get in there with it?
Mm-hmm.
Cause you have, I thought
Charged with
down here you
having
have
a
to go
weapon
through,
inside of the courtroom.
yeah, you have to go through metal detectors. You need to think about it. They check you everything. You need to go in there, make you take off everything.
Yeah, love. We need either you or Misadventures up for that kid that go love.
Hey girl,
Hopefully it ain't too goddamn bad. My service is fucking terrible. But the whole what rundown? You want the whole Brenay and Tim story, Lord?
Catch us up till today.
Today, who's on the stand? I think the mom, Tim mom, she's been testifying. As far as the gun, supposedly the charges are still, doing it, but they say he went to jail and he bonded out. So he can't be on no type of felony probation because that's not allowed. I don't know what the hell South Carolina got going on at this point because I'm not understanding how was he even able to walk up to the court with the pew pew on his hip or whatever. So apparently they said, I guess they had went on a break or something, and that's when he had, got it again. And then he supposedly say he forgot that it was still on him, when they was going back in the courtroom. That's when they arrested him or whatever. But it didn't, to them, they say it didn't seem like no malicious intent or whatever. They just know they seen a weapon and they apprehended him or whatever the case may be. Of course, he testified too yesterday. He downplayed, he basically is downplaying him in Akira's marriage, just like Mr. Venture said he would. Basically saying, he didn't love her like that. They only been on one date, their whole marriage. This stuff, I don't know. It's too much. Is at this point they're going in dire detail. Devin can recall when they was having SCX one time and they told the son to bring the wipes to clean it up. It's it's a lot. The whole thing with Devin, I'm not understanding his time frame as to when he actually found out about her sleeping with them, because it don't make sense to me for you to find out and you continue, to be there, because his whole time frame not making sense. He said when Akira went to Brenay's, well, not Brenay, Lord, I done messed it up. When Brenay went to Akira house, he said that day is when he supposedly, caught them, or they just got done, having intercourse or whatever the case may be. But throughout his testimony in the stand, he said he's heard them several times have sexual intercourse. So I'm confused. So you was just allowing them to come to your house and do this at this point? When did you actually say, well, I guess after the fact is when he actually reached out to Akira or whatever, but Akira had already knew or whatever. By the time he actually spoke to Akira, she found out, I guess, via internet. But none of this still makes sense as to how long they allowed this to go on and while we're here at this point. Because I personally feel like if you said that you walked in and you caught them in the act, whatever the case may be, you raised your voice. That was the whole thing of her saying, oh, he bucked up at her, he tried to hit her, whatever the case may be. He said he never did that. He said he raised his voice. Even then, in that moment, I don't understand why he didn't call Akira. Why didn't you call Akira and let her know what was going on? I think right then and there is when he should have called Akira and said, hey,
Love Within said that's not what happened.
what's not what happened? Let her box up. Come up, Love Within. Because from what I understand and from what I've been gathering, that's how he ended up talking to Akira about it after the fact. But she had already knew. But I'm just confused as to why he didn't call her then, right then, when he bucked up or whatever happened. When he got loud with them, why didn't he call then instead of allowing her to go to Akira house? Like that, none of that makes sense to me. If that wasn't the only time that he caught them having XCX, because he said he's caught them 3-4 times. So, Love Within, you can chime in.
Love Within.
She probably trying to figure out how to work her mic.
So why did him and his first wife ever separate? I remember his face from being on content creator.
What you say, Tanya? You going in and out?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I said, why did him and his wife separate? I said, I remember him being up here. I remember his face, but I know he's with somebody else.
Who are you talking about, Tim, or are you talking about Devin?
The one in the blue shirt.
That's Devin. Him and Brenay broke up because of Brenay. Brenay said she wanted a divorce. So she basically broke off with him to give Tim a chance, from my understanding. But he wasn't aware. Supposedly, he wasn't fully aware that that's what she was finna do with Tim.
So they was friends or something? What's him?
Yeah, they're all friends. Devin and Tim is actually cousins by the granddad, somehow they say. So they're all in the same city from high school, whatever the case may be. Brenay, the one in the orange, she supposedly was the school jump off. Love Within, you gotta tap that mic and then thing for you to think. I don't know if it's your mic or what. I see that when you come off unmute,
You're
but
not muted now, so if you talk, we should be able to hear you.
yeah, I don't know. It might be your phone in general.
Maybe it's
But
a connection.
but yeah, Brenay, they just was all like high school, whatever. Akira, I feel like Akira, the wife, which is
Come back.
Tim's ex,
I'm about to invite her back. Go ahead, love.
which is Tim's ex-wife. I think she's just an innocent person within all of this. She was Tim's, high school sweetheart too. But it's like Tim and Brenay and the sister, they always had some little thing going on prior. So then the sister messed with Tim, and then now Brenay doubled back and messing with Tim. It's messy. It's messy as hell. But long story short, they all supposed to been, getting together. They're friends or whatever the case may be, and they didn't know this was going on. Clearly, like you think you linking up with your friend, y'all making content, whatever the case may be, but come to find out this is what's going on behind the back.
They got the whole rendezvous.
This one ain't got friends, honey. I don't have time for this, because baby, what you think petty, I give Akira the superhero, Superman, super cape, all that, because baby, this is too much at this point.
I'm sure
Love
there
is
was signs though. You have to know your friends.
But Devin, girl, you gotta go on Devin. Did you see the video I sent you with Devin? That's the update. Devin done fucking turned into a motherfucking GQ magazine.
Mm.
He
Mm.
looks good. He looks good. I am happy
That's the
for
blue
him.
shirt.
Yeah. He look good. He doing his damn thing, but I want him to he's making his videos and stuff, but right now it's really the time for him to like really make money off of this. Like dig deep in that bad boy, make that
He just
content.
was
Cause
What if
arguing
baby,
they
with
what
a
if they
fan
did this for
outside.
like
He was just arguing with a fan outside the courtroom.
he was?
what if
What
they
the
did this
hell?
for
About
Part 2?
what?
Calling him a fan. Because the girl was like, she was on TikTok live recording him while they was at court, and he was calling her a fan, saying that she was saying she was gonna follow them around regardless or whatever, because they was nasty and all type of shit.
What if they did all this for a plot twist to like go viral?
I don't think they did it to go viral. I think they did it and it just went viral. I think it wasn't meant to come out. Like I told them, I don't think that Tim really wanted to leave his wife. I think he just wanted to sneak around. But
Hmm.
about Tim and Brenay until Brenay left Akira's house. But I don't understand what you're trying to say, love, with them. But yeah, they I don't think it's to go viral because it's not. He ain't the catch. Like literally, baby. You, if anything, I'd be crying for my man back.
But I'm saying, some people do stuff, to get more famous or whatever. Even though they
Mm-hmm.
probably was already had their own platform. Some people just do stuff to bring in more money, like literally anything.
Yeah, I can see that for Brenay and Tim as far as like a story or whatever, just to make it even
Uh,
nastier. But Akira, nah, she just low. She just not low, Lord. She just lost, and unfortunately, she's taking straight bullets through all of this. Like I feel like he wanted his cake and eat it too. I don't feel like if she's really paying attention, Brenay, like to the stuff that's being said, he was lying to her too. He wasn't just lying to Akira. He was lying to fucking Brenay, and there's no way in hell I let you back between my legs when you said I smell like fish. Like what?
mm-mm.
I'm not understanding at this point. Like, do you like me or not? You know how they say, do you like white people or you gonna call me a cracker when you get mad? Like that's what type of situation I feel like with them. Do you like fat people or you gonna call me a big bitch when you get mad?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, they've been in and out. I haven't seen too many updates other than Black Goddess saying something about Tim denying his pee, the picture of his pee in the Apple thing. He said it's not his. They said
So
that.
his whole reason being at court is this for the divorce thing, or why is he even at court?
Yeah, that he's at court because he's supporting Brenay, and again, it's against him and Brenay. But it's not. It's more so not for him. It's for Brenay. But
Mm.
he's probably trying to show, that he's supporting her, this and the third. But as far as today, he was actually on the stand, I think yesterday and today, giving his little rundown or spill of his questioning of Miss Robin and Brenay questioning them. But it's still like, I don't know. The judge should have been let them not do this. Long story short, they basically are proving Akira right. Long story short, like it's no way around what y'all did was wrong. Like, but I think Brenay's whole thing is she's trying to say that they weren't together and they weren't madly in love and they weren't working on their relationship. But you can't. It still be your word. Still her word against Akira's word. But then you have evidence that proves otherwise. The evidence proves that y'all was working on y'all relationship. That y'all was together. That y'all was doing stuff to be together and not split up. If that makes sense. I don't know. It's just it's crazy.
Mm.
Either way the cut go, Brenay is wrong.
Yeah, she wrong as shit. She definitely wrong. I mean, I take it, like I said, the whole case in Brunswick where the girl said that the girl was cheating on her husband, so she fought. Unfortunately, she fell in love with him when comforting her. It wasn't your job either, shit. Whether we was together or not, as my friend, I feel like you should have told me that. Like even if you did feel that way or whatever the case may be. But that's how it just was part of the plan to begin with. Because as a friend, you would tell me, like, well, yo, man, this, that, and the third, But I don't think that was their whole. I don't
But
know. It
then
wasn't.
Brenay gives me a girl she'll do anything for love. Like she'll do
Mm-hmm.
anything to see she got somebody. And I picked that up from her, like easily. And I feel like that's what she did in this situation. She felt like she had somebody and she was willing to do whatever it took to be with that person, even if that was her friend's person. But see, that's the type of female that you got to watch. Because they got some out here that'll do it.
Shit, type of female and type of man, because what don't float your boat tomorrow will make that bitch sink. So it's like, you're not happy right now. Well, you're happy now, but until you're not, you know? I mean, that's the same thing she told him. That's why she has this whole alienation of affection thing, because you did that. You told him that. You lured this man away from his family. You told him that. In the midst of them going through whatever, you did that. I'm going to give you the world. I'm going to give you the solar system and all the money and this, that, and the third. And all you got to do is be with me and choose me. Don't be a father. Don't be with her. Wait, I'm using the wrong voice because they say she from Baltimore. They say she be throwing the Q's and all that extra stuff. She forces a fake Baltimore accent because she's from North Carolina. But yeah, she told that man that I'm going to give you this, that, and the third. Just be with me. Like, I don't get it. I don't know. I never been that type of woman. I tell people that all the time. It's 3 women in the world. It's one you take care of. It's one that's going to help you take care of her. And there's one that's going to take care of you. It's either or. It ain't no in between. I just don't see it as being that.
So who do you think the judge will rule in favor of?
Oh, Akira. 100%. Akira and Rock. They just let her make a mockery of herself because she has the right to. Long story short. You have the right to get up here and do what you're doing, and we're going to allow you to do that. But when you're done, just pay some more money. Long story short. You basically, she's just adding to what she already got to pay. Long story short. Now you don't wasted all this money for these jurors and these couple of days and these tax people money. Oh, now you got to pay that back too. So I think that's all they doing. Because I don't feel like Robin is not proving the lack.
She's going to have to pay that $1 million.
She's going to have to pay that plus. She's going to have to pay the $1 million plus the court fees plus plus whatever other fee I feel like they throw in there. Shit, she been in therapy too.
Didn't they get married on 9/11?
She says she did, but the judge says she can't find him. Or he. I don't even know who residing. They said they are referring to her as, what's her real last name? Whatever it is, it's not Montague. They're not calling her that. That's not her name. So she did that for publicity too? Like one of those internet weddings. That's crazy.
Not an internet wedding.
Child, she put the Yandy in the Medici.
Not.
Cause they say they ain't been married for real too.
I forgot about their little wedding scandal.
You did all that, went to the wedding house in the same dress, in the sundress, for the lights and the view. I think it was just to add fuel to fire too, though, to Akira. Cause she's just doing anything. They trying to get under the lady's skin.
A whole group of people was outside the courtroom calling her disgusting and all type of shit. Yeah.
They was playing that song. What is it? You were a friend of mine.
I mean, because she was.
Somebody had on speaker out there.
Akira is coming from. Like, I
That's what that girl means.
Because I had you in my house too. You know what I'm saying? And this is what you decided to do. Like, I understand where Akira is coming from too. Like, yeah, that's a lot. Now, Brenay, if you was gonna be with him, you could at least, waited till you got out your friend's house. But you living in the house with the friend and sleeping with her man, diabolical. So you was homeless and sleeping with her man. Double homicide.
And not you homeless and horny.
Ooh.
Them two do not meet.
And that's why I refer to that
It's been
girl,
her,
because I
her
know that
heart to
story
be
too
out there.
fucking.
So,
It's too close to home. Like I know that girl in Bronx would be like, "What the hell? I need to." I need to reach out to her and be like, "Girl, tune in to TikTok. See if your what is it? The statute of limitations done raised on you, because she ran off with your man and kids. Like,
she is. Wow.
yeah, she had kids. She got pregnant by her husband while still staying with her and her husband. It's the same thing with Brenay and Akira. It's just she went as far as to getting pregnant by this man. Like literally, she was the baby godmama, picking up two and taking the kids to work, but nobody knew she was sleeping with the girl husband the whole time. So then when it all came out, everybody was like, you wrong, this and the third. And she like, I'm not wrong. She was cheating on her husband and she didn't know what type of good man she had. So it was hold on.
Um,
You decided to comfort him, even though they're both cheating. You think that make it right? Huh? I'm so
and my
confused.
thing is, if he did that with you, what you think he gonna do when y'all get together?
Exactly. She's going through it now. But nobody don't want to hear that. I told you so, or it'll never be me. People just stupid.
It's just, I just feel like how you meet and get a guy. I mean, why you think he's gonna be exempt? If y'all was cheating, it's gonna be the same thing. He gonna do it with somebody else.
I seen somebody
It
say that
ain't
too. Talking
you
about
don't
she.
run off on the happy sunset when you do shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's not a happy. It's not gonna be happy ending because first of all, that was your friend. Like I said, if you met him out somewhere, you stand with this girl and y'all messing around. So you don't think when y'all get together, it's shooting on the other foot. You finna get with
It's
him. You gonna
Tim
be
though. I
staying
would
with him,
say.
and he gonna be sneaking with somebody else. It's gonna
I
be the
would
same
say in
thing.
her defense, she wasn't her friend to begin with. Like Tim did that. Tim put them all together. Tim did all this shit. I blame him because she wasn't her friend. She is a complete stranger to them. But as far as my husband, you introduced us. You pulled us together. Oh, let's go do this double date. Let's go do that. You
But they
brought this
both
motherfucker
really
in
to
my house.
blame because it takes two to tango. So they
Hmm.
both, that was her friend and that was his wife. So even if Brenay didn't go to hit that being his wife, he should have went to it. But neither party went to it and said anything.
It's too far.
I mean,
Like, that's why I don't play these type of games, because I'm her. Like when everybody was like, "Oh, are we wrong? This and the third." When Ari said that a nigga should die if they cheat, I believe that. Like
I already said what?
she she said that someone should be unalived if they cheat, and I totally
Um,
agree. Like what you think is petty, the next person might take to heart.
I don't know. It just depends. But I mean, it's life or death. I mean, it is what it is. But I just
Cause you could
feel
have left me
like
alone.
you gotta it's just mind over matter with it. Cause I mean, at the end of the day, you cannot control what nobody else
Somebody,
decide to
she
do.
like a cafeteria lady.
So you would rather spend your life in prison because he cheated. I mean,
I don't know. I don't know what I would do in that situation. I just pray I never be in that situation because I'm gonna black out. I'm not gonna say I can walk
oh,
away.
I would have had to get with my friend, and I would have had to shoot him as one too. I probably had to
Exactly.
take
That's what
his
I'm saying. Who
life.
to
I ain't
say
gonna take
I'm
his
gonna
life because
stop?
I be thinking about everything before I do it. That's what I do. But I just know prison is not for me. So if I
I'm
take both of
gonna beat
y'all
the
out, it's
shit.
just
It better be somebody there to peel me off of her. It better be somebody there to peel me off of him. Because if I start, I don't know how to stop. That's what I'm saying. Like you went too far, and I don't know how far I'm gonna go at this point.
But you gotta
So
be bold to do some
no
shit
matter
like
how.
that and then go in the courtroom and try to represent yourself to get out of it. Like,
Mm-mm.
because I think she still feels she did nothing wrong. She feels she ain't did shit wrong in her eyes. And both of their eyes, really. The audacity.
hey
Eh,
y'all.
Hey,
mm.
miss.
So what y'all think? Y'all think what's she gonna get $1 million from?
She got it. You better get it, or she's gonna be making payments for the rest of her life.
I ain't got it right now. I can put something on it though.
Anything she do
If y'all
make,
want
they
to
gonna
keep,
take a payment.
That is so crazy. And I went down a rabbit hole last night, and oh my lamb, I didn't really know much about it until last night.
And
This
now
is
how you
embarrassing.
feel? Now you done found out everything.
Yeah,
How you feel?
I don't know. I'm befuddled, honey, but baffled. It's crazy. And then looking at some of the videos, like when they were doing their outings, like she's all recording Tim and just showing his food and what he got going on. And then there was one video where Tim was in the front child and the husband was in the back, and you can see that Tim is always smiling, Kiki, and the husband looking like, I know what's going on. So how does I don't know. And then to hear all the stuff that's coming out with everything, and
I got that from their videos too. Like when you go back, and she was basically documenting the whole damn
she
affair.
really was. She
Yeah,
really
she literally,
was.
and she was rubbing that shit in, like in both of their face, not just Devin. I mean, not just Akira. She was rubbing it in her husband's face too. I think they got off on that.
Yes,
Like,
she did.
like literally, we doing this, and we gotta face them at the same time. They don't know shit. Like that made them wetter and harder, clearly, because no way in sheep shit. They was too comfortable. And then it's like
Yeah.
when you look back at the video, why aren't y'all all together? Like why isn't it Devin and you making the video instead of you and Tim? Like it don't make sense.
And there was a lot of those videos.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, wait a minute. I started to get confused because, like I said, I went all the way back. So I'm like, well, she will be in videos talking to him, Devin, and the eye roll, the neck roll. You could tell that she was not feeling him. You know what I mean? And then when, the videos with Tim, she's giddy, goofy, bitty, bitty, bump, head. You know what I mean?
Now
Like,
get it is crazy. People crazy though.
Yes, no cap, box up. We do feel that way. She did feel that way. We've been saying that. She say that, but I think she's saying that for as far as the lawsuit goes, but she know damn well them
But if that was her,
people.
friend, why she feel like she ain't win?
I feel like she still like maybe Akira started confining in her, whatever the case may be. You played on that and you knew what type of man Tim was already anyway. So it's like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna get him back. That's my man anyway. It was my man first. That's her. I think that's her view of it. The way she say different shit, and then I don't know if y'all seen that video. She was referring to their kids as her kids too. She was like, "Oh, that's my baby in the background. Just ignore her." Big girl. The taunting that she did to Akira, that she still had to deal with, and they're just now doing this fucking case. Like, that's the appall. Like, that girl is strong. She need to make a book. She need to very much get her monetary gains off of this too, because the way she handles and carry herself is an example. Because I'm telling you, I'm not the one that could be her. That lady is strong. She real strong. And this not even the end of it. She still got to deal with this man. Tim got off easy because Tim don't have no kids. But Brenay and Akira and Tim, that is a slap in the face every day. Like, this girl steady gonna have to deal with her big ass. No way in hell. I wouldn't make it easy. Goody for her. I would do the same thing. Especially, I don't give a damn if you had $10. If it was a law where I could sue, I would sue too. Shit.
yeah, I feel like what she did was low. It was a low move for her to do. But I think Akira ain't worried about getting no clout off this shit. She about to get a bag. $1 million now.
I just hope she ready to fucking pay her for the rest of her life. And still, Tim, I don't think they thought about that either. They probably didn't think she'd go this far. They probably didn't think of her getting sued. That's what you get. So you think you finna start over brand new, go lucky, and leave me high and dry in the hole? Are you stupid? Are you crazy? But thank you. Like I said, she kind of got one up on their ass. Because y'all thought y'all done won physically. Cool. Y'all won physically. But financially, y'all finna be broker than broke. You finna pay me on top of paying me. Which don't make sense because, like I said, Devin, he didn't have the income before. So now, thank you. Thank you, stepmommy. You finna come give me some money that this nigga ain't been giving me all these years. Thank you. You finna come help. Shit. She finna eat lovely.
But I really want to know what she thought she was gaining in this though, because she give me a girl that have insecurities, that's like have low self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. She'll just go.
She said Tim. She said Tim. She said he was worth it all. When somebody asked her, was this worth it? She said, yeah, Tim is worth all of this. She said that little stubby thing is worth all of this. Are you crazy? I don't know. I see Devin and I see him healing. But it'd be crazy because you don't see that in me when I'm with you. You get what I'm saying? Like, the man he is now, he been that man. And all it took for you was to pull it out of him. You get what I'm saying? But he had to break up. You had to hurt this man, damn near break this man, in order for him to see his true potential. And he done turned into a better man than you got. Like, not that anything was ever wrong with him, I guess just his weight, but physically, this man looked damn good. Are you crazy? This girl, she crazy. I don't know. You will do a lot for nothing, though. What they say, you will do a lot for nothing. I feel like she got rid of her 80% for her 20%. And she probably didn't realize that yet. Well, she probably did, but of course, her ass ain't gonna say ouch. So, hey.
You think Akira got her new man?
I would hope so.
They say she
I
did.
would really hope so. Akira and Devin pop out with their new lives and their new loved ones. They will go triple viral.
I seen some man with a beard. I don't know if they ever confirmed, but they supposedly Akira supposed to have a new man. I don't know about Devin, but Akira supposedly got somebody.
And they're gonna have a mean come up story off of this. Like just vlogging their new lives. Like
What's that lady name who did the several part story, Tessa something?
I just seen a lady talking about her old live I was in earlier today, and they really do give lesion. Tim.
Yeah, she need to go ahead and do that. She need to make her money right now.
And the internet love what is it, Risa Pizza? Like
What, baby?
Baby, don't touch it.
Well, what you think about that in the courtroom?
That's what I would.
what do we think about what happened in the courtroom?
What do you think is about to happen in the courtroom?
Well, from what I'm hearing is that snippet video of Brenay when she had that puffy brown wig on. Apparently that was Tim's sister, and they're trying to get like a mistrial. I feel like if that is true, they're trying to do it to have more evidence because Akira and Devin is eating them up.
A mistrial? I don't know. I think it's leaning a lot towards Akira at this point.
No, it is, but I feel like they're trying to jeopardize it. Just from what I'm seeing on the internet, if Tim's sister did record, they're trying to jeopardize it so they can be a mistrial.
Wait, re-say what you said. Are you trying to say they was trying to say that was the other sister instead of Brenay?
Yeah, not because Brenay, she was the one on the stand when she first did her opening, whatever that thing is. I don't know the terminology, but that first snippet of the first day, they're saying that was Tim's sister who snuck and record people who in the stand apparently seen her take her phone out. So they're trying to say that it's basically conflicting with the case, and they're trying to get a mistrial because even with Brenay's attorneys that she did have, I guess they didn't have enough evidence. She wouldn't stop posting online. So she really has no team backing her up at all. So I think that's why they're trying to get a mistrial. This is all stuff I found out today from like just previous lives I've been joining. Like it's just really crazy. Black Goddess, she didn't give any updates for real when she just went live. It's really crazy. Are they coming up with a decision today? I heard no. She said it's gonna be going on till Monday.
TMC, what you think? What you think about the going in the courtroom?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Brenay competing with her Akira just in the crossfire.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Well, I was trying to figure out what aspect of the conversation y'all was talking about. Y'all said the courtroom?
Yeah, the courtroom.
What I do know is that woman finna be out of $2 million. What I do know is I call her BBB, and I substitute it sometimes. Sometimes it's Big Buffalo Bree. Sometimes it's a whole bunch of things I'll be substituting. But anyway, Bree playing in them people's face in that courtroom, and ultimately, I'm gonna veer off just 1 second.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, what?
Nothing. It's my cat.
Okay. So, like, what's the most surprising out of all this, just as a man, is how Devin has handled himself. I'm one of them people that actually be trying to live his life like according to God's will. But I don't know that if I heard my cousin hitting my wife in my house, that I would be a free man. And like it just goes to show you that because Devin has had restraint and hasn't acted on his emotions and hasn't been violent, that everything that's supposed to come to him is going to come to him. From, first him losing weight, from him having composure, just like the trajectory of his life. As far as social media, if he chooses to go that route, whatever the case is. Same thing with Akira. Like, for the way that these people have taunted them, even after they've gotten exactly what they wanted and played in both of the spouse's face, like exactly what's happening to Bree is supposed to happen. And like she ain't gonna never prosper. Not because I don't want her to, but because I keep hearing the girls say that you can't, something about on the tears of another woman's back or something like that. I don't know if y'all heard the statement, but it's just interesting. I've been locked into the court case, so like if y'all saw talk about something specifically, I'll jump back in. But those are just my initial thoughts.
Do you have any updates other than today? Because all we seen was like they was like, oh, he said that picture wasn't his.
No, I only got what y'all got.
Okay, yeah. So they probably finna end soon though, because it's 4.
Yeah, they done 4 o'clock.
They said around like
They said that they was done for the day at 5 o'clock
in
the last live.
He did.
So I want to address somebody in the comments who said, but if I was Akira and Devin, I wouldn't have said I knew they was messing around and they did nothing. That's where I'm confused at. Do anybody on this panel know exactly the circumstances of them messing around? Because I thought it was just that one time when he bucked up at her.
Girl, they were doing it in Akira's home in the den where Brenay was at, and then when Devin was on the stand addressing when he heard it, they were actually in him and Brenay's home. So like that, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So those multiple times at their own house, Devin just was listening.
Yeah.
He said that. He said he heard it. So it's just, I feel like he probably didn't know what to do. I feel like Devin probably had low self-esteem. And it's like, if you've never been in that situation before, this is supposed to be like your bestest friend and then your spouse. So it's just like, I feel like he didn't know what to do.
Remember, he said he already had a feeling. He said that he knew she was doing something. And when he heard it, it was confirmation. Then Akira said she knew he was doing something, and she put recordings out there because they kept trying to make them both feel like they was crazy.
Yeah.
Mind you, they not going to say on the stand or to TikTok that they were in communication, but I know for a fact. If y'all be smart,
Devin
told Akira what was going on,
He
and
did.
they both plotted on this shit.
He
They wanted
admitted
to make
it.
money.
Akira blocked Devin off rip when she found out because she didn't know what the hell was going on. And then I guess Devin had to, I forget, because
He reached out to her. He said
it was off of someone. They addressed
somebody
it.
else did,
Yeah, and he called Akira and basically let her know everything that was going on.
And then
So I found out.
They months is what she said. According to Akira didn't find out till late, but Devin had always known. Once Akira found out and blocked Devin had something to say to Akira because he didn't want her to feel like he was a weirdo letting some man in his house mess with his lady. No, I feel like they both had a plan and they're not gonna say it because it looked like they were in code. What is it? In code?
No,
Right, that's what I'm saying. It made no
So did they
sense
find
when he
out? So hold on. Did they find out? Did Akira find out her own? Because I thought that
did.
Devin. She found out when Devin told her.
Yep,
she said she found out.
A recording Brenay had took of them discussing basically with them having this affair like
And then
that.
Okay, yeah,
cameras
yeah,
in
yeah.
her living room and she seen a video of them two fucking in her living room. Excuse my language.
Yeah. But Akira, it seemed like this whole case was more plotted out with like she came up with the whole taking
Once
them
she
to
knew
court,
she was
and
gonna
then
take them to
Devin
court
fell
and
through with it because the same thing
That's
happened
exactly
to
what
him.
happened.
Yeah.
He was like, you know what? If she doing it and getting restitution, I'm gonna get restitution because I ain't getting no peace.
Yeah, no.
He ain't getting no peace of mind. You seen how bad he was losing sleep at first?
You getting embarrassed on the internet, men calling you a laughing stock because why didn't you do anything? But like you said, everything works in the favor of him because it's like you chose peace and now everything's still going in your favor. You didn't have to be a crash out.
And God definitely say that anger leads. So listen, at the end of the day, if God tell you not to be angry because he got to be forgiven, Devin played his part and he gonna get it. God gonna bless his own kid. You can't touch not thy anointed. That boy blessed. And when she see that, they all gonna feel real stupid.
They feel stupid now. Oh, they feel so stupid now.
When Devin would have held your hand and helped you work out and get
That's what
small
I'm saying,
while
like-
camping and help you blow up, dummy.
Like
Oh,
she
so
don't
stupid.
cook nothing. She always eating Chipotle and a bag of purple Doritos. Like I don't know.
I don't know. Even if I felt that way, whatever the case may be, I still would have turned to my husband. I wouldn't have looked outside my marriage for whatever
Exactly. Like there's
insecurity I have.
therapy for couples that are going through it. You can actually pour into your relationship, get to know each other again. Like there are things that you literally have to go through like that before you even get divorced. So for the fact that you to commit adultery, like yeah. I'm not gonna lie, if that law was everywhere and not just where they're at, it would be a lot of court cases.
Hello, I will go back in time. Can we sue for past?
Hello, like what dates can we go back in?
Okay. How far back is the statute of limitations?
Because me personally, I had no idea that you could even take someone to court for that. So Akira definitely had all her ducks in a row. I feel like she was fully aware of the state she lived in and every law.
In the crib, she said that it had happened a multitude of times. So the fact that she put a camera in the house because she had a feeling and he kept saying, "Oh, you tripping, you tripping," and then when she caught it on camera, she still kept her mouth closed and she had what's that girl named Brenay come around her just so she could catch her in her lie. Like, I love that for her. She kept her composure. As a woman, me myself, I think I would have drug her. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It wouldn't have been no court case. It would have been a court case, but it would have been the wrong type of court case.
For Devin, it's like how the fuck?
Like she kept her composure and
socked
kept
him
her
in the
like,
face.
You sat with this girl in the car and she recorded it. That video where they sitting in the car and she was driving her somewhere. She said in that video she already knew and had proof on video. She said that she was just chilling with the girl to get her an admission. She wanted to catch her slipping.
Akira was an attorney. Yeah, she had a I'm.
But in my house though,
Yeah.
in my house,
Man.
Hey,
under her
listen,
roof.
them 2 mil don't matter. Hey, look.
Around her kids, like they did it when the kids was home. I guess Devin said
Told the
Had
baby
the
to
baby
bring
go
her a
grab a
wipe.
wet wipe.
yeah, a
Had the
white.
baby grab a wet wipe so
Like
she could wipe the, you know
what?
what, off her, you know what.
Like that is trifling. Like that is so trifling.
Yo,
And I
baby.
feel like that's why everyone's gagged because it's like, yeah, you took her
And
man.
that's
It's
what
so
I don't
wrong, but it's
understand
like,
as far as everybody like, oh, Devin, he did the right thing. I don't care about that. I wouldn't have been that calm knowing that baby's... Okay, go ahead. Go about your
But
business.
would
Knowing that
y'all
my
agree with me
baby
in
has my
saying
wife a
that?
wet wipe.
yeah, like I'm sure
I would have been
Akira, I'm sure she's enraged, but like she got to keep her composure to win this case. But any mother, yeah, like that's weird. So you don't have my baby come bring you a wipe to wipe your fat rolls after. You're right. You're right. Cleaning your fat rolls after sleeping with my husband? No.
But would y'all agree with me in saying that this is something that's gonna walk around with them, like
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
for the
it's gonna
rest of
get.
What
their
it was a
lives?
girl in a previous live. She said this thing, why it's so big with Brenay is because we need to bring back public humiliation for doing shit
For doing
like
wrong
that.
stuff. Bro,
Exactly.
everybody think that it's cool to be a thought. I take
To
your
cheat,
man.
adultery
to
ain't
cheat.
nothing. Oh, girl, I took
I
your
got all
husband.
these
So
like, bro,
what?
what
What you?
happened
So
to the, what
what?
happened to the morality and things
Exactly.
that we had back in the day with real black love? And it's not here no more.
Nope.
So yeah, people need to be held accountable. That all that no, it's cool to slut shame. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like,
No.
yes, because it's one thing when you're doing something when you single and doing you, but it's a whole nother thing when you married and you
Literally
out here
breaking up
messing
a
with
happy
a
home.
married person like that. And I'm not no Bible thumper, but that's literally in the Bible. That's dead wrong.
It
and
is.
you get married under God's
And
eyes.
she claimed
So,
that she's so Christian
how
and
you so Christian
she
and
is
prayed up, but you don't see nothing wrong with you cheating on
exactly
your husband with another married man. It's one thing to cheat because, you know, as God said, there's going to be a mistress to come into the household to try to disturb your home. But it's a whole nother thing when that mistress is married.
like that's
Well,
what
nah,
I'm
I mean, well,
saying.
I don't know. I don't believe that she believe in God like she says she does
No,
with the
She
whole
there's no
witchcraft,
way
like
she does.
with the witchcraft stuff.
I believe she's not. There's no
Look,
way.
look, I think the big thing is, I mean, she not isolated in this, but like with the way she move, especially with adultery and all that, that let me know that these folks don't fear God enough to be
They
moving the
don't.
way that they moving.
in a marriage.
Because I'm not gonna lie, even when this whole thing first came about, when they first said they were taking Brenay and Tim to court, Brenay thought it was a whole joke. You thought this was a joke? No, this is very serious. Oh, she ain't laughing no more. Trust.
Nah, she ain't.
So what I was trying to say is I'm just so confused because Devin said that was what happened with the whole wipe thing. He said that the child came to bring the wipe and she was like, well, how you know we had just got done having sex? He was like, because I heard it.
Right. I was. If you right there in the next room, the walls are paper thin. Yeah, I can hear.
I'm confused. So he sat there. Yes, girl, because listen, he knew listen.
But I feel
Ain't
like
none of us dumb. No, he knows his wife
people-
got clout. Yeah, he loved her, so he didn't say nothing because at the end of the day, he was a simp. Y'all gotta remember, he was a simp.
People go through
Like,
shit.
No.
He found
Listen
himself
to me. Hold on with the sim. Hold on 1 second. I knew this guy. He was sitting on the couch one night, and his wife had came in like around 12 o'clock, and then he didn't look at her. He was just watching TV, and she eventually said, she was like, "You don't have a problem with the fact that I'm just not coming in the house?" And he just looked at her, and she was like, "Well, like I've been out cheating or whatever." And he was like, "I know." And she was like, well, how do you know? And she said, and what she said to this man, she said, I mean, well, this is what he said. He said, ma'am, you've been looking for a way to hurt me for a while now. And like, I was just waiting for you to actually do what you was going to do. And then I was, she was like, he was like, tomorrow I'll have my bags and stuff out of the house. So maybe he's a simp.
No. Listen, when I say simp, he love his girl. There's nothing wrong with being a simp. I think people put a negative terminology on that. Like it's a negative connotation. His self-worth was not there because he loved his wife to the point where you got to think about it. Remember, when you make that oath on the marriage, through anything, people gonna try to work out things that certain people would never do. You know what I'm saying? Like he was willing to take the steps.
that shows he was committed to his marriage. Was
Okay, yeah.
No, because at the end of the day, he knew what he was doing. Listen, you don't want to work on this,
Yeah.
I'm going to take what I can because
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
going to
yeah.
get mine when I leave you. I mean that. So, yeah, I'm going to give you this chance because I love you, but trust and believe I love me more. When I leave, I'm going to be straight. And he made sure of that. He looked good. That boy looked, listen, he looks so good.
Man, he like you can tell just based off of who's growing up in a relationship, you can tell, like you can just tell.
Man, that man look good. It feels good. He
Yeah,
feel
like
good. You
all
can
he has to
feel
do
the
is leave him.
confidence radiating through his fucking videos.
Yeah, but
I
on his
love
page
that.
you
His
can tell that he got so
self-esteem,
much
he gained
confidence.
all that back.
Yes, he did,
And
and
he
I'm
needed
so
to go
happy
through
for
that with her to
him.
find his own independence as a person.
Exactly.
Because he found his identity in her. And people wouldn't understand that being that, like she said when she first got with him, the type of introverted person he was. And then even how he is in her videos, you could just tell that he grew into himself through their breakup. Like he had to find his own like I guess he had to let his nuts drop if he wanted to be real.
Yeah, but I just feel like even back on the God tip, everything do happen for a reason. God knew that you were in a broken place with your life, so He placed Brenay in your life to level you up, and this is what is to come from that. You now lost all that weight. You are, like you said, more self-esteem than ever. Like you're gonna find an amazing woman because you actually poured into yourself instead of pouring into the next person who is not for you. So it's a lesson learned for everybody, honestly. Like
I think
even
she
Akira.
feeds these men to the point of losing their self-confidence because that's what's happening with Tim now.
Yeah, Tim's getting big. Like,
So Devon, she was feeding Devon so much he lost his confidence, and I'm seeing that in Tim now too.
Well,
Yeah, I think a
I
lot
don't
of
even
people
know.
are saying
I
that.
don't think he ever really had confidence. Like Brenay was his first.
Oh,
And I keep seeing it like
So
he took his
both of
virginity or
them,
something.
Tim and Devon. It ain't just Devin. It's Tim and Devin. She took both of their virginity, and I never heard that. It's
But
usually the
wait,
man taking a boy's. I
but
mean, it's
that's
usually the man
where
taking a woman's.
that's where I'm confused though, because I don't know if you guys. I know Karen has nothing to do with the case, Brenay's sister, but allegedly Karen was with Tim first. It was Karen, and then I'm assuming Brenay, and then Akira, and then he went back to Brenay, and then went back to Akira with the dick pic, and then Karen.
on
She's on
on the
Snapchat.
stand, Tim said she was his first too.
See, like, how do you have two first? Like, was it Brenay or was
He
it
didn't
Karen?
say the internet said that he slept with the sister first. On the stand, he said he slept with Brenay first. He said Brenay took his virginity.
See?
I don't know if she just took
Yeah,
his
yeah.
virginity, then they was done. But he said he slept with her first, and then it was revealed later on that they was heavily sleeping together in 2019.
Like, are the sisters like? What do y'all talk about? Like,
so
ask
they've
my
been
sister. Like, I don't know.
I think at this point, Brenay has made a choice. So she's even willing to look past Tim hitting his sister because like she ain't even focused on that part. So it's crazy.
No, like I mean, nobody really has addressed it, but it's just like, yo, blood sister. Like, y'all are damn near twins. Like, you're
I
not
think
concerned
Devin
about if
did.
Tim wanna still sleep with her. Like, I don't know.
Devin addressed it. Devin said that she was willing to forgive him. She said she was crying and everything. And he said this was the overheard conversation he had with Brenay and Tim. He was saying that he overheard her and she was crying and she was like, well, if I give you another chance, you know, you're going to take it serious basically and stuff like that. So possibly, you know, that was the whole thing, that she wanted him, but she didn't have. Supposedly, well, I won't say that's possibly. That's what their argument was. Devin argument was, not Devin, Tim argument is that he went with the other girl because he couldn't have Brenay. And Brenay wasn't with Tim because she was with Devin.
Like, man,
Which
this
is
is just a
bullshit.
big nasty. They deserve each other, honestly. Like, they are the same person.
But I don't think Tim actually loves her. I think he's just stuck. Yeah, I
I
think
feel
Tim
like he
wanted
might
to
be
sleep with
using her
her.
too, though. It's either I feel like he either do fuck with her for real or he's using her.
Cause he
I
was,
think he wanted his side piece. I don't
yeah,
think
cause he
Devin was
didn't.
supposed to blow up the
He got
spot.
left. He didn't leave his wife. She
But
left him.
but I thought about that too, like, because I seen a post today, and it was like when lust goes too far, and it's given like you wanted your cake and eat it too. Basically, you wanted to deal with Brenay on
Right.
the side, your little pass fling, and then keep your wife. Akira said, "Hell no."
Cause it's crazy to put those kids through all this
Hey yo, I wanted to
craziness.
say something. I was on another live and I just wanted to say I think that Brenay found joy in taking Akira. She felt like
Yeah,
Akira
like
looked
the
it better
post
than
she was
her.
making, the song selection, like
Yeah, I feel
it
like
was
she
very
like,
picky.
look at me, look how I look, and I still took your man. I feel like that's where she get like she just too cocky. Like somebody else, she just too cocky with that shit. And for her to befriend Akira was really crazy. Like people, I was just going back and forth with people earlier. They like she was never her friend, but in Akira eyes, that was her friend. We not gonna all sit and act like Brenay did not, whether it was
No,
intentional or she act
I
like
feel
that girl's
like
friend.
the friendship
So
was definitely calculated because you were always attracted to Tim, but from like her doing the get ready with me is I don't know if
She
y'all
was hating
peeped.
on her.
No, but Brenay said out her own mouth, "Get ready with me to go to my best friend's house and her husband, Akira and Tim. Your best friend is Akira, right?
So
So how are
that's
you
your
trying to
hut,
now
right?
downplay
Like,
y'all friendship?"
But no. This is what I'm saying. When she said and her husband, she made faces. Every time they were around, she was overly paying attention to what Tim
Yeah,
was
like it
doing.
was
Like you were
emphasis
there
on
for
my
her
best friend and
nigga.
her
No,
husband,
you were
flex
there for
tongue,
her nigga. You were
like.
not there for your best friend. And there are women like that. And people want to ignore the obvious, but yes, there are women in this world who see somebody got something nice that they wish that they could have, or that they want, or they feel like they done lost out on. So yeah, I'm finna go back in there and I'm finna do my thing.
Yeah,
You didn't do your
it
big one
seems
though, man.
very
It seems
calculated.
very
yeah,
envious and
like
calculated.
Yeah, it's very
you know what you
calculated.
just said. What you just said in regards to like Bree taunting that girl and all that. Like this the first time Bree has been able to use her poom poom in order to like win over another woman because like even in the big her and her sister been doing that for a while, even since they was teenagers, using their poom poom to get like affections from a man. So when Tim chose Akira and Tim put Devin on to Bree, like okay, she got another man in her face, but she always like this would have never worked, especially if Tim was slanging it how she says he was slanging it, and then Devin and he ain't never had it, and it's not as good. Like it wasn't gonna never work being in proximity to the meat slayer or whatever she was calling Tim. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy.
and a girl came up and she was like, I used to have, she was like, I used to get a kick out of taking bitches, niggas who looked it better than me. I'm sorry for cussing. Taking people, men who look
Yeah,
better than
Yeah,
me.
it
see,
And
really
I
that's what
is
I'm
feel like
saying.
that's
women like that,
honestly
and
And it's
how
like,
Brenay
how you gonna
feels.
do that? How you think Bree
Jezebel
did that?
spirit.
I
How you
really
think
feel
Bree
like
did
that's
that?
how she feels. She feel like,
Oh yeah.
we're not gonna say she ugly, but she's funny looking. She's not nobody's first choice. Let's just
No,
call it what it
Brenay, she's
is.
not
She's
hideous,
not
but I feel
ugly.
like
She
the way
fat.
she acts and
She's
you're
not
saying
ugly.
Yeah.
She's
mid,
fat. She's not ugly.
but
She
It's
fat.
not
but
even
no,
fat.
it
It's
has
just like
nothing to do
I ain't
with
got
it's
nothing to do with
weight.
her weight because
Cause
it's
Brenay
I
not
pretty
know
even
big
her weight.
girl.
It's
I
like
know
it's a
beautiful
lot.
big
It's some
girls.
pretty big girls. Listen, Brenay attitude ugly, right? So think about it. When you look at her and you backtrack and you look at certain things that she do, you read in between the lines of it and you see the sneaky female she is. So at the end of the day,
Yeah,
it makes her ugly.
it does.
Everybody thought she was cool at first because some people be mid, but they funny, so they look. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you vibe with. But
No, a good example is back to Risa Tisa. She's not the best looking big girl, but I bet the internet loves her. Like I bet she can find a man with no problem because of her aura. Like her personality is there.
that's
She's
what I'm
not no
saying. She ain't got
weird,
no
bitter
ugly energy. You
man
feel me?
stealing, husband stealing ass. You know what I mean?
It's no way I'm marrying a man who slept with my twin sister. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
like
That's disgusting.
and you was
So now you gotta
proudly
watch your
flaunting
back. You
this
can't have your
man.
sister come over
Like
your house because you gonna be thinking like, what is she doing? What I was doing? Like
Because
yeah,
what?
they're
like so
stuck.
you
They've
mean to
done
tell
so
me
much damage. They're just stuck together.
that's
They
how
could
I feel
never have
about
That's
it.
a
why.
It's
family
like
vacation
That
or
don't like each other,
anything.
but they click up because they ain't got nobody else on their side.
a
Right.
trauma
Yep.
bond. That's what that
So
is.
y'all, listen. What if they in the throuple?
I said
Girl, might
that.
be.
Like, what if they all just come to? They all just need to be together.
I just
I
can't
don't think
stand
so.
Not with
Devin
Akira. I'm
being
She
saying
too
with Brenay and
quiet
her
about it.
sister.
I don't
Nah,
think
because
anybody
listen,
can.
Devin did say that that girl was crying on the phone. Listen, remember he said that she cared more about Tim than she did about him. The fact that she was crying on the phone telling him she'll forgive him for messing with her sister, but your man, your husband, the man that you walked down the aisle with, said the same thing to you, and you said F him.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Pocket. Literally.
Go ahead, Shelly.
I don't even think Brenay likes her sister.
No, but
Like
like I
that.
see a lot that she's like trying to be her sister. Like they mimic each other a lot. The hair, the accessories, the exact same tongue piercing. Like I don't know. I think Brenay's trying to be like her sister.
And I get they
Yeah.
twins, and then a lot of twins do mimic each other, but they have a very envious relationship. Like, have you
They
ever seen them
do.
online and see the way
Yes, like the
Brenay
way
talk
I
to her?
agree. But the
Like,
way
who the fuck do
Brenay,
they be talking
the
to?
way I just seen that live you're talking about, the way Brenay was addressing her nieces, like it just gives
She had
Yeah.
an
mean,
attitude.
like mean big girl vibes. I don't like
She
that.
had an attitude with her
And that's
sister,
her
or the people
sister.
who were alive today was talking about her. So the people who was in the comments talking about her, she was trying to defend herself. Her sister was like, "My kid's trying to say hello to you," basically saying, "Stop focusing on the negative
Right, like
comments
change
and
the
talk to
subject.
your nieces
Yeah.
and nephews." She said, "I don't give like basically like she don't give a f about that right now." Type shit. And then the
But
girl
And
was
then
that's
like,
she
"Stop
didn't want
being
battle her.
mean." And then when she
Yo,
said,
you
"Stop
see how
being
she
mean,"
didn't
she
want
said,
battle
"Hey,
her?
Duda," and turned the camera to the baby. Remember, before she was being rude to her sister because of people in the comments, she was never to be disrespecting her sister, mind you.
But
That's
it's
why I
the
feel
it's the
they're
vibe,
cool.
babe.
She's a hater
Like
because her sister's a smaller, prettier version of her. Let's be for
I
real.
was Karen do look better.
Dresses
No
better.
shade, but
She
like
do
And they
look
also
she
better.
said that
do.
She
her
do look
mom,
better.
her mom favored Korean over her.
Yeah,
So
I
I
was just
heard
gonna
that
say
she was
they
gonna have
look just
resentment.
alike. She's just bigger than her now.
Yeah.
They
But
look
that's a
alike.
But
personal
like
problem.
for
Brenay,
Brenay
get
to
your
not
ass in the
have any
gym.
kids and be the weight that she is, and then I'm just now here. I don't know if you guys remember when she first originally went viral, accumulating the 2.9 million. She was telling people that she was going to get a breast reduction, was scamming people, taking their money, and then got on the internet and said, "Well, I never told y'all I was going to do that. Y'all told me that's what y'all wanted me to do, so I said it was in place." I'm like, girl, what are you talking about?
she
That's
did. She
scamming.
did say that.
Can I?
Someone
Can we
someone
talk
said the
about Tim
mom.
though? Can we? Can
Someone
I
said
just
the
say this
mom
about?
dresses like she's going on a cruise.
Can I say this
Hey,
about Tim? Because
hey,
I just
I think we all like titties, but them titties don't even look fun.
They don't. No, like they
They'll
look like
suffocate you
that you
worse.
could really like die for real.
Like you ever lay on her lap and she pick the titty up and put it over your face, she gonna smother
she
you.
look like when she
I
walks,
know
she
her
gonna
back is
tip the fuck over.
She
She
hurting.
gonna
look like
squish
when
me.
she
She gonna
walks, she
squish me.
gonna
She,
tip
I'ma
to
Like
say,
the
that
I'm
front.
one
dead.
fall is gonna be
Literally.
it.
Brenay, girl.
Pick
What it
name.
smell under there? What it
Shayla.
smell like under there?
Huh?
Oh, I know her
Hey,
well.
hey, y'all. All right, we're over talking a lot. I think Shayla was trying to say something.
No, it wasn't me. I think it was Noonie.
It was. I was saying I wanted to say something about Tim
Okay.
because people were saying like they were forced into a marriage. He never loved her. Blah blah blah. He was supposed to had been told he had to get married to her in 90 days, or she couldn't come to his mom house, something like that. But I just wanted to say like Brenay preyed on that. She knew that
Oh
Tim
yeah.
was married to her for a long time. She knew they had financial issues. She knew all of these things about him. And Tim, he's wrong, but he just as gullible. He see her, she got money, she got freedom. She don't gotta worry about no kids. She can do what she wanna do. She went and got him an apartment. After she got him that apartment, it was a wrap. He got a taste of that no kid life, no wife, do what I want. And it was a wrap after that. And Brenay is paying this man. She's paying
Of
him.
course.
Noonie, where you from?
I'm from Baltimore.
I
Oh,
can
we can
tell.
tell
I
all
didn't mean to
somebody
mock
really
y'all, but
from
it's like
Baltimore.
y'all definitely it be them
The
views and them
dude and
tubes and the
tube.
avenues. But I love y'all axes down. But like it's
And
it's
she not
Brenay.
from
She from
here.
Baltimore
You know
too.
she
I was just
not.
gonna no pause.
She not
Hold on,
from
let me
here.
wrap this up though. Did y'all
She
see that
not from
fucking?
here.
It was an interview that she had, and it was a guy who has people in Baltimore. He's been out there a ton of times. This girl could not even say which part of Baltimore she was specifically from
Girl
because she's
said
been
all
all over.
over
Like, yeah,
downtown.
we from
Yeah,
all
that's
Like
why I'm
over. I'm
being
like, what is all over?
funny. Cause she be
I could
forgetting to
say
cut
I'm from New
her
York, but y'all
accent
would never
on.
know that I'm talking about Buffalo. I'm just, yeah, it's all over. Like, which part of New York? Which
she
part of?
said downtown. Downtown is where people go that sell you know what and don't have no hood. She's lying. She's not from here.
And
Yeah, I
that's
was
just
saying that
why
to be
everyone
funny.
thinks she's having like an identity crisis. Like, you don't know who you want to be. You don't know if you want to be Karen, Akira, Kane. Like, I don't know. Who is Brenay?
She want to be anything that she think Tim likes. She wanted to be
Yes.
Corinne because Tim, that's what she thought he wanted.
Like,
She
pick
wanted to
me
be
at his
Corinne. I
highest
mean Akira because
degree.
that's what she wanted.
And someone made a comment about, I think it was you, like a girl, yeah, you, because you just came, like a girl saying that she gets like a kick out of that shit. Bitches really do. Like
Yeah.
they'll
And
really see that the life that you have, the way that your spouse treats you, and they will really want that. Like that is, ooh.
How
No,
old is Brenay?
it was reaching off of the thing she said, because what she said about the previous live.
Oh
She's like in
yeah.
her
Like a
20s.
girl flat out
Maybe
said that.
26,
I would have
27,
been
something like that.
gassed.
So y'all, do y'all believe that Brenay is doing horrible at representing herself?
But it's on a little muffled.
Yeah, she's doing terrible at representing herself.
Oh,
She
Marnie,
doesn't
what
have.
you say, Marnie?
Do y'all believe that Brenay is doing horrible at representing herself?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I agree.
yeah, most
Yes.
definitely. I think she's remedial. Like,
Yes.
no shade, no tea. She's very much
But
Why
remedial.
didn't
like the
she get
guy,
lawyers?
the
Nah,
guy TMC.
I don't think she's remedial at all. She's been too calculated with the way that she's moved
Mm-hmm.
in this
But for
whole
her to sit
situation.
there and say she's God fearing, but you genuinely don't see anything wrong in what you did, it just gives that you're on a spectrum of some sort. Like, because there's no way you don't have a guilty bone in your body. I feel like if anything, she's more embarrassed than she is guilty.
I
And I,
think that she's so bent on her being right, and that she was like, y'all gonna see. She can't change now. She was just so like, y'all gonna see the truth. This y'all don't know. And now all these people invested. She feel like she gotta prove herself so bad that you went and represented yourself. Like what?
Yeah, people saying that it's giving narcissist vibes, but I just found out today too that 2 or 3 attorneys that she did have, they dropped her case.
That's what I was gonna say. I think that the attorneys advised her ass to pay up and not take this to trial.
or
So
to
that's why
settle,
she's representing herself.
like yeah, like hey, I'll
Gotta
give you a
settle out
million
of
instead
court,
of
but she
two
didn't want to do it.
if we
She
drop this
wasn't
right
making
now.
a big deal.
Yeah, at this point, I think that's what it is. That the attorneys was telling her, her best interest, and she's like, "Well, no, you need to fight, do this and the third." So that's why they're withdrawing themselves, and that's why she didn't have nobody, to
She would
represent
never
herself.
settle. She would
Honestly,
never
I
give us the
think
satisfaction of settling. I'm
Oh
sorry.
no,
I
the
think the
internet give us
biggest
the
thing is
satisfaction. No.
Like, this is so personal.
I think the biggest thing is she doesn't want to take accountability. At the end of the day, that's the biggest word in this whole thing, accountability, and that's something that she's not willing to do.
And it's so you mentioning that she has a whole video that she posted herself and was like, "Oh, adults have a hard time taking accountability." Like the hypocrisy in that video, like the way it's relevant today is hilarious because you're the adult
Exactly.
that you're talking about.
Exactly.
I think that the jury is going to award her more than 2 million.
I do
I
too.
think so too.
I do
No,
too.
did y'all hear
They,
about it was a juror who literally had to leave. She gave the badge to I guess the bailiff and they let her out through the way the people come in to sit on the stand, but she broke down in tears right before she left because of the details of like the case and the
The
videos.
videos.
And people
Yeah.
said she probably had PTSD from being cheated on, and I
yeah, she
believe
know
it.
that shit
Stuff like
hard.
She
that
ain't
really
leave out on the
do.
That shit
side.
is
She
heartbreaking.
asked the judge to be withdrew from the fucking case. She said she couldn't take that shit. It was
Oh,
an
she
older white lady.
withdrew.
Yeah, she told them to take her
Yeah,
off that, and they was like, "Well, we didn't even play the video. They only played the video. They didn't show the
It
because
was
video.
like
They
like
they
a
only
footage.
started
raunchy
It
it."
was
for
the
her. It was
audio.
too
And she
Yeah.
said she
nasty.
heard enough. She said she don't even want to see it. She can't stomach it no more. Like it's just too much for her.
And
I
And
let
think
me
that
it was
let me
because
alone
it
just
was
should
So
say,
they
tell
got
that
11
alone should
jurors
show
instead of
Brenay that
12.
what she did is
let me
despicable.
just
Hold
say
Like
on.
that
Let's be for
that
real though.
that
Let's be
That
for real. How many
let
people
me
in this
play
live done been
devil's
cheated on?
advocate here,
Like that's my
right?
genuine question. How many of y'all been cheated on?
Everybody.
I think
So at
everybody.
the end of the day, let's put it in perspective. How would you feel sitting on a stand,
Armani
listening
said
and
something. We
watching
can't hear him.
videos, of your spouse that you done been cheated on with by, and you watching these videos, and it's happening to somebody else, and you never think it get that deep. That shit is scarring, especially to a person who ain't healed.
But
You know what's been
let
the
me play
craziest part of
devil's
this whole
advocate here.
trial is being cross-examined. Is Akira being cross-examined by Bree in the questions that she was asking her? That's like one of the craziest things about this trial to
yeah,
me.
I
Yeah,
felt
those
that shit like a
questions were
spit in
like,
the face.
Hey
Like
what do you
TMC,
lose? She said, what are you losing?
can I
My
Hold
ask you?
husband.
on, y'all. Money, what you were saying? I couldn't even hear you.
TMC, what?
And
Go
so
Oh
ahead.
no, I was just going to ask
Hold
you.
on,
Do
y'all.
you
Wait a
think
minute,
that Tim?
everybody.
How
Hold
y'all
on. What
gonna
you saying?
overgo Armani?
Yeah, I'm trying to trying to
I'm
listen.
asking, I said,
Saying
so
y'all.
let me play devil's advocate here, right? Okay, so what if Brenay has information that is crucial to the case. Like, what if she has something that puts this in a whole nother perspective that we're not thinking about?
Honestly, I think she got something. I think she got something that make her think she's so right. It may not be like
And
a
I'm just
boom, but I
speaking
think in
from
her
the
mind she
analogy
got something.
of it's two sides to the case, and it can look one way from the beginning.
Well, I just saw a video where she asked to enter a video into evidence, but they didn't approve it until like Monday or something.
Did y'all
But
hear that Akira, the accident she got into was purpose, and Tim said she was trying to harm herself, and she
Yeah,
told him.
I just think that. I'm like, I don't know if there's any truth behind that though, because
I
Akira doesn't give me that
mean,
vibe. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I just don't know because they said she got into two accidents, and I'm like, and then Brenay and Tim and their parents, they took the kids. That's when her mother put her in the headlock or whatever the case may be. They said that she did that intentional and she made a threat before that, and that's why they took the kids. Now I don't know how true that is, but I mean, we can't say that if she's seeing a therapist and all this, she may have been
I was about to say the
suicidal.
therapist could
Like,
have testified to that though if she felt like the accident was, that's not something to play with.
she might not have told her therapist. She might have told that to Tim
But
in
it's
an
nothing to
argument.
tell a therapist when a therapist can read through that, is what I'm saying. Even though she didn't mention it to the therapist, you get what I'm saying? When you're
Yeah.
in therapy, they can read between the lines. You get what I'm saying? Well, I didn't feel good and I drove to the lake. You get what I'm saying? Like they can read
Yeah.
between the lines whether it was intentional or accidental. But
If they
even if
lying
he
about
did
that.
feel that way, he should have took other precautions as to,
Hmm.
what is it, 1019, whatever it is, with calling the police. Why would
Hmm.
you just do the way you went instead of that? You know what I'm saying? That makes
Mama,
no
wait, hold
sense.
on, love. Mama, what you saying?
Saying what are we talking about? So that I can be on point with y'all. The two people
Yeah, Brenay.
we talking about big lips and big hips.
Go ahead, love.
I don't forgot about
I think y'all talking about
You are hilarious. Not big lips.
yeah, big lips and big hips done took me off. I don't forgot. I
I
forgot
meant
what
to
I was
say
talking
big
about.
tits and
A
big
lot
hips.
of train of thought.
I meant to say big hips and big tits.
I
No,
cannot.
it still apply. Like they is big. Oh, this is a think piece,
Right,
y'all.
what was I saying? I forgot.
What you
Oh, to
think?
attest to what you saying, I thought about that too. Like, what if she think she got some big whammy? Like, she got some big, like, wow, like this is the nail in the
And I'm
coffin. But
just
I don't
speaking
think
about
she
that
do because,
primarily from the standpoint that she could possibly have something that could take this case in another direction. Who's to say she doesn't?
Yeah, because she was saying. I mean, his side of the family was saying like Tim been cheating on you and with other people, not just her. So like she can. I mean, how was it me that took him when he's cheated on you several times?
Oh, I'm
Mm.
glad that
See,
y'all
now
said
that
that.
I did
I
not
think it
know.
was
I'm
more
glad you said
so.
that.
I think it hurt her more so because she looked at Brenay as a friend. But I'm glad that y'all said that because I just left another laugh where I was saying like what she's suing for. You have to prove that Brenay was the cause for for the divorce, and
But
because he has history of like infidelity, it makes Akira's case a little bit harder to prove
But
on
hold
top
up,
of.
she
but that's
paid
what
for
I'm
Tim
saying.
divorce. She
I
sent him
was
the
just gonna
money
say
and told
that.
him to get that divorce.
Yeah, she
She got a
did.
divorce from Devin, and then she sent Tim the money and told him go get your divorce.
Yep.
yeah, she's proving that he has infidelity. Not, he used to be a cheater. He didn't want to leave his wife and his family.
Exactly. Because even
He
after
didn't
the fact,
alienate
he
his
went back to
family.
Akira. He
This
was
is
still
lack of
cheating
what
on
is it?
Brenay with
Lack of
Akira.
alienation of affection. This is what he did. Like, literally, that's why they're saying and they're playing all of this stuff, because it's one thing to cheat and go back home. But you're cheating to the point now you're saying, well, I want to start a new life.
But
That's
didn't
the
she go?
lack of affection.
But
Right.
like y'all said, he went back to Akira after the date she already had figured out the cheating. Because then they said that Akira said that they had was still sleeping together.
They didn't break up when he cheated. He just
No.
cheated and he stayed there.
Yeah, the
They
thing
was
about it,
together
he
and
What
was
I'm
working
lied.
through it.
hold on. What I'm saying is that after her family, I thought that her family came and got her, and after Brenay wouldn't leave the house or something like that, and then he still continued to sleep with Akira even after they had like separated or something like that. That was my understanding of it.
No, you're
I think
right
they
because
had got
even
together
after
what one time
allegedly,
after.
No,
well,
they
that
said they were sleeping together continuously for like a while, from my understanding.
wait a while after he left her for Brenay, basically.
Yeah, they said he went. They said Akira said she went back, that they were still sexually active even after the filing of the separation. And so, hearing these details, I think that makes her case a little bit harder to prove.
But I see what you're saying for sure, especially if she went back. But since they were married, I feel like the court's gonna look at that as if they're trying to fix their marriage or trying to figure it out. Yeah, he cheated, he's been cheating, but if you've been with him all this time, then you guys are clearly making it work out. But for you to up and leave and it's not a separation, it's a divorce, then I feel like I see why it's going in her favor. Like her going back had nothing to do with it because like that was your husband. Like you're trying to make it work. You're sending videos of you crying, saying how you want to make it better, and he just leaves. You didn't attempt to fix your marriage. So I feel like she's gonna win for sure.
And the fact that she helped him get an apartment, she co-signed, and on the application she put
And
her
that because
husband.
she thought they were being separated. It never gave divorce. It gave you need space, I need space to fix our marriage. It never gave a separation for you to go fuck on my best friend. Like it
And
never
she
did
said
that.
that to But him. from my understanding, they didn't get it. They wasn't separated. Neither one of them were separated because it wasn't filed through the courts. Right. So legally, they weren't separated. That was just cheating.
No, probably not legally, but I feel like they probably like had a mutual agreement to separate, and he wasn't spending time there, and then he just popped out like, "Oh no, I want to get a divorce." That's how I
Right.
feel.
Right. I get what you're
So
saying.
Oh, the
then
separation. Look,
my question then becomes. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, the separation was a Devon. Um, Tim finna break this back indefinitely, and then eventually, because of the situation, Akira had to just go ahead and drop the ball. Like, okay, he don't want this marriage no more. So, like y'all said, it wasn't they didn't do it through the courts. It's just enough time went by, and it's okay with Devin. He got enough sense to like go ahead and remove himself, and then so did Akira. While they continue to still f around. So that's just how that went.
Yeah. But I feel like if that's someone that you're used to, you've been with, you got 2 kids by this man, like, I don't fault her for going back to him despite him treating her like that. She definitely deserves better, but, like, I can see why she was still in it, even though they had just broken it off. I'm sure she would probably never sleep with him now, but that first initial breakup, yeah, she still wanted her man. Like, even though she probably sounded pathetic, that was her husband. Like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
and I'm not arguing that. What I guess for me is like looking at it objectively, where I just found out about all these people like today.
Mm-hmm.
I understanding what she's suing for. I wonder if this is delaying her process of moving on because I don't. I guess if Brenay actually had counsel, a good lawyer could argue this. Like I mean, like I'm gonna just be honest. Like this can be argued in either direction, right? And I don't know. I think there's just other things that you have to think about. Like she's also talking about how he wasn't financially stable, right? If I'm in the jury and you're talking about he had a history of infidelity, he also didn't have a job, he didn't, can I really believe that this woman was the sole or the primary cause for your separation? Like that's what the question then becomes. So that's how I'm just looking at it or thinking about it.
No, and you're
I think so
absolutely right.
because
But they say Akira, she tried fixing her marriage, like him gaining weight. She wanted to work out, things like that. They're saying Tim didn't want to do anything. Like Akira made the first step, and Tim was stagnant. Like, yeah, he was basically a stay-at-home dad, but I mean, she loved him for who he was. But any like flaw that he had, she attempted to fix it. She did.
I think
And
that
I think that too, that they never left the marriage. Like she was like, "Oh well, if you leave her, then I'll take care of you." She was bribing and telling him to leave his wife. Like you do this, that, and the third, you get XYZ.
And Akira and Tim had plans that he did not uphold.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, I feel like the only reason Brenay doesn't have counsel is because even if she loses the case, she doesn't have counsel. She obviously can't afford, quote unquote, an attorney. She can't afford to pay it.
Well,
It's
I
just
think
a
that's
she
what
had
I
a
ploy.
thought
lawyer.
I feel like it's
originally,
all a
but
ploy.
she
And I feel
has
like the only
several of.
defense that she could have is if she could prove that Akira was also having an affair at the time where she was having an affair with Tim, and I don't think she can prove that.
Well, I don't. Well, I see what you mean by that, but I thought that she chose to represent herself like a true narcissist. But allegedly,
No, it's a
she had
ploy because
prior
it's a civil suit. It's
attorneys,
not a
and
criminal suit. It's a civil suit. She's not civil suit. It doesn't matter. Like, bro, I'm telling you, she's not. She didn't get a lawyer because she wants to make it seem like she don't got no money. Because at the end of the day, if
But she
they,
did
no,
though.
she. That's what
she
I'm
can
saying.
move
She
She
her
went
had
to
a
money
lawyer.
lawyers.
around.
She had lawyers
She can put her
and they
money.
dropped her.
Yeah,
She
they
can put
told
her
her
money
to
with her
stop
mom.
posting
She can put her
online. She
money.
didn't want to stop. Like she's very like
She's
she's.
part of her is a narcissist, but
Yeah, that's all
part
I
of
say.
it is
She simply
also
don't
I'm not
have
gonna pay
counsel.
at any given cost as well.
Yeah, I don't think she has money like that either. That was my
Period.
original thought, but
No,
I
I
just
think
recently
she
found out
don't
that they
have
dropped
counsel
her
because she
case.
choose not to have counsel.
Yep.
Brenay just bought apartments. She well not bought, maybe rented, whatever, but she had enough for a down payment and whatever for an apartment. She got a new car,
Truck.
a
Yep.
truck.
Mm-hmm.
Like
And not
no,
to
she choose
mention
not to have counsel. It's not that she can't afford counsel.
But I
All the
also feel
counsel she
like
was disagreeing with them. So I feel like
exactly.
that's why she personally probably dropped them.
Yeah,
But
she's a problem. If they don't feel like you have a strong
defense
case,
wise,
why would
she's
they even waste
disagreeing.
their time in picking it up? If Akira had a more supporting argument than Brenay, even if she did have some type of uh like rebuttal to what they're saying, she didn't present that to any of her attorneys and what they were telling her to do. She didn't want to do it. You're saying that you're a private person, keeping everything online offline, but you're still posting about Akira and Devin and going live, clapping back at people. They were telling her to basically shut up, and she didn't want to.
If
Did y'all
Bree
see
really wanted
when?
to, if Bree really wanted to win this case, I don't know how you say her name. Like Miss Honey said, like you would have had an attorney to do a whole lot better than what you're doing up there in the dang on courtroom if she really wanted to try to win this case. So I don't know what the
Exactly.
hell.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Like
what I'm thinking.
Renee actually has a defense because the thing is that what Akira is suing for, you have to prove that a loving marriage existed and the love was destroyed by the third party. If he has a history of infidelity and financial issues, that can cause doubt. And if you have a good enough lawyer, she can argue this case. Like I don't have a law degree and I can argue it. You know what I
Not
mean?
necessarily because
No,
they
yeah, for
proved
sure. But I feel
they
like what Akira said, she said that she did have a loving husband. Even though Tim is saying the opposite, she's saying that he's writing her letters for her lunches. Like, you have to be pretty intimate with somebody to write them a letter with their lunches.
exactly
Like,
because they
Did
got
y'all
over the
see?
first
Did y'all see
infidelity, and she
Tim's sister
testified to that.
testify?
She testified to the fact that they got over their first infidelity.
Did y'all see Tim's sister testify against Brenay today?
no, I didn't. When was that?
Who testified
Yeah,
against?
It was today. Tim's sister.
yeah, she testified against Brenay,
And what she said?
and she said, "I did not support their marriage." And attorney Robin was asking Monty. She was like, "Well, your brother says that he had no love and no affection for her. Did you see any display of love or anything?" And Amani was like, "Absolutely."
So I think people misunderstanding. Like, I understand what you guys are saying. Like a history, she forgave a history of infidelity. We're talking about in a court of law. If we take emotions out of it, what she has to prove is that a loving, happy relationship existed. So, like to the sister's testimony, oh, he was affectionate, he was this, he was that. What I'm saying is that if she had a good defense attorney, she can art like her defense could be, well, how was he a loving affectionate husband if he has a history of infidelity? That causes doubt to a jury regardless of our personal opinion, right? How many of us would agree that, oh, because a man can still cheat on you but still be in love with you? You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying. Like
That's
it's not
true.
it
That is
people, you
true.
have to think about in the minds of a jury. Like you have to think about what can be proven. If I'm telling you this man has a history of infidelity and stepping outside of his marriage, that causes doubt to whether or not the relationship was actually really loving, despite Akira's own blindness to her husband. Like if you take Akira's blindness out of it, the marriage itself has to be loving. And if you present that to a jury that he has cheated before and there was a lot of financial stress on Akira and her family, that causes doubt that the marriage was actually loving and can cause doubt that Brenay was the main cause for the separation. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about
No,
on a
I get
legal
that.
But
basis.
Because
also, it
even like
may
you
have
said, if it
been.
was one sided and only Akira felt like that, I see what you mean.
Yeah, like
Like
the
Tim could
sister's
have been
testimony actually
manipulated.
hurts Brenay. Like, yeah, if people are testifying that Tim was very invested in his marriage and stuff like that, yeah, that hurts the case. But what I'm saying is like other like his infidelity, his financial issues, and lack of like ambition and stuff, and then the family having to intervene, and then also there was rumors that maybe he was like physically and mentally and emotionally abusive. That causes a doubt in a jury's mind. Where it's like, well, was this really a happy marriage, or was this girl just being, oblivious? And unfortunately, a lot of the stuff that it sounds like is that Akira and Devon were being oblivious.
Yeah, I see what you're
But
saying. Like she
I
could have
don't
thought she
think,
was all right, but
yeah, but that's
he
not a
was checked
part of it
out.
though. At the same time, I understand what you're saying, but the argument is not that they had a happy family. The argument was that they was a family, that they were
No, that's
together
not.
until
No, no,
she
no.
came.
That's not what she's suing for. And when you go look up what she's suing for, that it is literally suing that this third party broke up a happy marriage.
And
That's
it
what she's
says
suing
in
for.
bold headlines, lack alienation of affection. That's the bottom line. That's
It
the
does
main
say
point.
that. It and also just
Yes.
because he cheated before, that could have been years ago. They could have been happy for the
Hmm.
last
They
three, four
were. That's
Exactly.
what I'm
years.
And if they're
saying.
gonna
It
look at
So
it
says
as
that they
the
was
you
working
beginning
through
know
the
of marriage,
past.
And
they've
like
been
it's the
together.
timeline. It's the timeline of the decline of the marriage. And that's the
yeah.
thing. Renee doesn't have a good defense at all. So you have to look at it from the point of Renee's
Well,
defense at the end of the
I
day. Because
I
it's the
did think that,
timeline.
honey, but
Because she testified to the fact that he cheated and they got over it. But that was in previously when he was in college. This is years later. It's the
right.
timeline. Their
I
marriage
did.
is fine. She moves this woman into her home. Now all of a sudden her marriage is not fine.
Exactly.
Period.
Because I was leaning more towards that too, but I feel like as what the girl was saying too up top, like in like a law standpoint, like if Tim's mentally checked out and it's only Akira basically saying like, oh yeah, we're fine, but he doesn't feel the same way, even if he did in a moment, but he's lying to the court, like I can see why she thinks that Brenay could have an argument. I think Akira's gonna win either way, but like I see what she's saying. If she
And
had a
the
good defense attorney, they could argue that.
I mean, Tim family didn't help much because she was on the stand asking questions like, well, Robin, when she crossed, she was asking like, how do you know? And she said she didn't know. She was like, as of 2019, it's 2025. They got divorced in 2024. She was saying stuff like that was in a past tense. So the mother really didn't know what was going on in the relationship. Tim would have to prove, and that would be on Brenay to prove like he was mentally checked out, and she's not
Well,
doing a
can
good
I
job at
get
that.
this real fast? According to News and Observer and Riley, they reported yesterday and saying tensions boiled over in the North Carolina courtroom of TikTok star's alienation of affection trial. So they said representing herself as the defendant of an alienation of affection lawsuit on Wednesday, North Carolina TikTok star Brenay Kennard questioned the woman who sued her on the stand. Kennard
Kennard.
asked Akira Montague, the plaintiff, about an incident her lawyer mentioned in an opening statement, a pregnancy ending in miscarriage. Montague answered her question, recalling in detail how a doctor informed her she had lost a baby. Kennard said, "That must be painful for you, right?" And they said someone to knees in the gallery, a few with any relation to either of the women, but there to recount the case to their respective TikTok followers quietly and utterly gasped. A few jurors were visibly shocked at Kennard's question. She said, "Well, I wouldn't expect you to know since you don't have children," which is what Akira answered back. They said the exchange was emblematic of a heated second day of the trial of the Durham County Courthouse. Akira Montague sued her in May of 2024. Okay, there you go. So, how you asking that girl, Kennard? It don't even matter. How you asking that girl about a miscarriage she had because her attorney said that?
Exactly.
You don't have kids to know how that feels.
Miss Kennard.
And they were saying the jury was looking so disgusted when she asked that question.
I mean, who would be?
Yeah, like that's so weird. How is that relevant?
I don't know if Bree understands that this is these Bible Belt states with these type of issues. Like, sis is cooked.
Yes, like they are definitely like, especially back in like I said, talking about the Bible. Like adultery is in the Bible, and with them being so heavy on that being like a Christian state, girl.
They're going down.
Like,
And then Brenay, she could have turned it around. She could have took accountability for this. She didn't. I think it's going to really affect her public image. Like she could have been took accountability and just was like, it is what it is, and people would have respected her more.
She
But
should have
she's
settled outside of court, said she was wrong, and went about her day. You made it
right.
so big, you crashed your social media platform, but that's how God works. He
yep.
will make everything that you ever built crumble when you think that you're above or bigger than the program.
And then she got
Hello.
that girl got 1.9 or 2.9 million followers, and not one person besides Tim big hip ass family went up there for her.
You don't got no supporters up there. Like, no, you go, Brenay. Like, it's nothing but people literally trying to shame you. Like,
I mean, because morally she's wrong, right? I think I'm just from my perspective, I'm looking at it
Yeah, she is
from
morally
the
wrong. That's
object, yeah, objectively, and in the case of the law, I don't. Like I said, I see both ends of it. I see both arguments, and I guess I'm curious just to see what the outcome's going to be. Because to be honest, I think what's hurting Brenay is that she doesn't have effective counsel. But I think if she had effective counsel, I don't know if this would really go into Akira's favor because like I said, I hear what a lot of you all are saying, but the annihilation of affection is not about whether or not somebody interfered, but that the marriage was over because of their interference. So again, both arguments
But
can't
listen, Akira
both.
did end the marriage because of that, because Tim was
But
with her.
listen,
They were
that's what I'm
dating.
listen. What I'm saying is both arguments have a place. I'm not disagreeing that Akira doesn't have an argument. What
Oh
I'm
yeah, I get what you're
saying,
saying, but I'm just peeping.
no, but I
When
like her
peep
point
that,
of
I
view
love her
because
point of
it's
view.
like
That's what I'm
everyone's
saying.
saying,
Like,
oh,
it makes
Brenay's
sense.
cooked. But, like,
If you
if
think
Tim
about
is a
it.
serial cheater,
But
how are you
listen,
really happy?
but he did not want to leave his wife. He did not want a divorce. She left
But
him.
no, that's when
but
he made that
where
comment too.
how?
the
But
lawsuit
how?
come in.
Yeah.
How you have to prove that? That's what I'm saying. Like that has
That's
you.
what she's saying. Like, all this is true, but like them proving it in court is really what matters because it's a
Wait, proving what?
lawsuit.
That Akira ended the marriage because of that, because of Brenay and his
Yes.
affair.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then yeah, she got that in the bag, low key. But at the same time, I do see what she's saying.
No,
Dude, they
I.
also had text messages that said, when they were like separated, Akira told him like she's willing to work with him, like be back with him, but Brenay, she had to be out of the situation, and he gaslit her and said there's nothing between us and this, that, and whole time they was sleeping at Devon house back and forth. Like she thought she didn't know. So she was gonna be with him. She was still gonna forgive him and be with him. And Brenay swept up and got that man at his apartment, and you did all of that, and that was it.
Somebody put in the comments that they said that Tim is saying that he left Akira. So that's what I'm saying. I guess like I'm just hearing so many different things, and what it sounds like is that Akira wasn't. She wanted to work on her marriage, and she's not wrong for that. Hey, if that's what you choose to do, and you want to forgive, some egregious stuff, that's you're entitled to that. But I think like if Tim is saying he didn't want to be with her, he didn't, whatever, and painting her like she has mental health issues and stuff like that. Like I said, Brenay's argument, if she had effective counsel, it could be argued. That's what I'm saying. It could be argued.
Well, that's a good point to make. I've heard some interesting points. Y'all have really made some good points.
And I think
Point. She did.
because because Tim has no D control, has no, he hitting the sister, he hitting this person, that person, and even previously cheated with people we don't know about. Like, all it takes is for the same way that Bree is moving the twin sister. Anytime she wants Tim, she can have him. or pretty much any other woman, because he not gonna do right by no woman. So like this whole thing is just interesting.
Yeah, I really wonder if Brenay thinks she got like this faithful man that's only gonna choose her. Like,
But see, that's why I was playing devil's advocate a little bit too, because I was saying, like, what if she believes that she has something that can take this case into a different direction? Like, too. Because there are many sides to the story.
And then for Tim's family to side with Brenay, that's an interesting factor there. Because I mean, even though I know, like, I know sometimes you'll see men's family, like a man's family, they would either stay out of it or they will, hold him accountable for. So for them to kind of be siding with Brenay, I think that's kind of weird. And then
they got that cheese, and that's their family. So if he a greedy dude, think about it. If he come from excuse my language, a not shit family who want to run up a bag off of Brenay fame, then of course they gonna take her side. She got the cheese.
They know that shit dead wrong.
They know she's wrong, because if it was you,
like that, right.
thank you. If it was you, it'd be hell and high water about you. So for a fact that it's because that girl got money, and they feel like, oh, if we take his side, if we ride or die with him, because ain't nobody else on their side, then maybe they'll cut us off with some cheese. If God be willing, in some crazy universe, they win this case, knowing damn well it ain't gonna happen. They just trying to pretend to be ride or dies for their family member, when in reality they know that boy a cornball, and that's weird.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't speak in absolute. So I do think I've seen families hold men accountable, and I also seen families stay out of it. So I'm saying for them to ride behind Tim, like you said, knowing he's wrong. I'm sorry. Like, that makes me take a step back. Like, what's really, and I get what you're saying. Like, she got money and stuff like that. So, okay, that's that. Thank you for answering that question. Like, she has money, so they thinking they gonna win something. But
yeah, I don't think Brenay is the richest person, like the richest influencer, but she has a pretty coin. Like we said earlier, she just got a new apartment. It's a nice apartment, got a new car. Like, if they are like you said, didn't come from nothing, they look at that like she rich. Yeah, like anytime they need a favor or help with their bills or something, let me just pretend like I really support what you got going on. So
plus, you gotta
you need to scratch my back later.
Akira's family was helping Tim with his bills. With helping Tim out. So at the end of the day, Tim family ain't got shit either.
Nope.
Because they couldn't help them. They couldn't even help him with his marriage.
Akira's grandma has to pay their rent.
So let's be for real. They some leeches. Dang, she put my brother or my cousin or my uncle in this apartment. That girl got some type of money. We can't even afford to help pay our own bills, let alone help him pay his. So yeah, we gonna piggyback off this big girl that's on TikTok blowing up.
Or they're doing it for clout, trying to get their name out there. You see they in front of the cameras. It could be so many other things that are like materialistic and just it don't matter. But I don't think it's genuine though. But
my question is, if you asking questions about like the actual marriage, right? How, like, can you, like, that, wouldn't that be perjury if you sit up there and say, oh, he never loved her, he never wanted to be with her, he left her? If that's not true, that's literal perjury. And if I'm Akira's lawyer, I will prove that. So that's why I'm saying, like, I think I'm the only, well, not the only person, but I think I'm looking at it more objectively and from the legal lens, and I'm not as emotional about the cheating.
Like an educated black woman.
Yeah,
she's coming at it with facts.
It's because she has an unbiased opinion. Like you said, you're not looking at it in an emotional aspect of how dare you steal this lady's husband. Like, yeah, you're wrong, but if you have enough supporting evidence, you could get off with this shit. Basically,
she's a logical thinker, and I like that
because she said it herself. Like, she feel like she could argue it, and from what she's saying, I believe it because it's points and just perspective that I wouldn't have even thought of based off what they're saying. He is a serial cheater. How are you happy? I didn't think about that. But Akira, she could have just been dumb and blind, but Tim could have been mentally checked out that whole time, and only you think you have a good marriage.
And that's when we think about there's a jury here, so they have to go back and talk about it. So this is, if you just think about how I'm talking, and this guys is making you guys say, well. Think about if Brenay had actual counsel, that would make the jury go, well, maybe Akira was just being oblivious to the truth.
And it's true because she kind of was. If you think about it, she never said she wasn't, though. Let's put it out there. She said she had a feeling. She consulted her husband about it. He told her she was tripping. She went with her gut feeling. She found evidence. She was at no point, if you want to be real, she was at no point being blind to the fact what she was doing was collecting evidence. She figured, hey, listen, well, something ain't right. And the only time something ain't right in the marriage is if somebody stepping out and they're not coming to me in consensus of, oh, what can we do to fix what we got going on? Instead, he stepped out. She had a feeling, so she went with her feeling and did an investigation. As a wife, before you decide to sign a divorce paper, because like you said, it's under this is a godly state. So under God's eyes, you have to do what's divine. Divine intervention got to take place. And it did. And then what's that boy named? The other husband, Devin came in and he just solidified everything she said that she already knew. So at the end of the day, if you want to be for real, she was never blind to the fact, and she left him as soon as she had her proof.
Because I feel like she knew about that law because her mother's an attorney. So
She did know.
So I personally never knew that you could sue someone
If
for
she
that.
tells
But I
her
feel like
parents,
she knew.
listen, if she tell her family
Her
about
mother,
when they can't pay bills,
but no, because before,
you know she told her mother.
but they remember they said that when Brenay was there, she called her mom and grandmother over there. They all got into an altercation. So I feel like the moment her mother knew that Tim was cheating with that girl and she knew they were friends, because that's her mom. She tells her mom everything. Her mom told her to do that shit because you're an attorney and you know.
Yeah. So who said something about perjury? I just wanted to say, do y'all know that none of Brenay witnesses put their hand on the Bible?
Yeah, not even Tim. I noticed that.
So I feel like I can't believe nothing none of them saying, because they didn't even want to put their hand on the Bible. They can't even put, like, why not? Y'all so holy and godly people. Y'all don't want to get up there and lie on God.
Ain't nobody gonna lie in the right hand of God.
But no, you got a point. I just seen someone mention that, especially about Tim, how he didn't put his hand on the Bible, no, but to take his oath before the stand.
Somebody in the comments said you don't have to. You don't have to, but they saying they such godly people.
You don't have to.
Why wouldn't you?
But
do
stuff
that?
like that in court is definitely noted. I feel
Like, why would you not put
like,
your hand on the Bible to say that everything that I'm saying is the truth, and I'm putting this up to God that I'm telling the truth?
Well, in the Bible it says, "Let your yes be yes and your
And
no's
let
be
your no be
no's,"
no.
and not actually not to swear as it pertains to God. So it's not something you're really supposed to be doing. I mean, if we're being honest, but I don't think they're coming at it from that
I don't
aspect.
think that's their reason. I get what you're saying, but I think that they didn't want to because they were lying. They knew they was gonna lie.
But perjury, whether they put their hand on the Bible or not, if you get on the stand and you actually say, no, I don't believe Tim actually loved her, and then her lawyers pull out a text message and say that reads from that person who said that you don't believe Tim actually loved her, and there's something that's contradictory, that's like you basically just perjured yourself. So it really, putting the hand on the Bible don't matter, because perjury is about you getting on the stand intentionally lying to the court.
yeah.
Tim's sister just testified against Brenay.
I also wanted to say, do y'all think that I think that Akira will win, but I don't think that Devin's case will be as strong, only because some of the stuff he was saying on the stand, how like she had a conversation with him about wanting to see other people, and how he was coming over and they were sleeping together and he was in the same house.
Oh wait, so there was a text message from Tim to Devon that he wanted to see other people?
No, Brenay told Devin that she wanted to see other people, and he basically he said that he knew it was because she just wanted to see Tim, but she told him she wanted to date other people.
Well,
So
for
I don't
that,
know
for the
how.
same
That's
reasons,
no news to me.
well, she would have Devon would have a case just as much as if as Akira, what Akira got going on. Obviously, we could see that their marriage was a whole lot different than Tim and Akira's was. Even at the height of it, I don't think Bree and Devon ever got to maybe a really, really happy point. But I mean, he can make a case in the same way that Akira's making. And again, as Honey is saying, like if he gets a lawyer and the other party gets a lawyer, then that's where it may be a little harder to do it. But if Tim do the same thing that Bree is doing and represent himself, Tim gonna be cooked just like Bree is.
Do y'all think that Akira is like overplaying the victim part, or do y'all think that she's really like all this stuff? She's really the way, because people were saying like she's overplaying like the victim. So
don't crucify me, but I absolutely believe she's overplaying that victim part, because that's what she needs to do to make this case strong.
Yeah,
because
I don't think she's as her as she seems on the stand, but I do believe that. I don't think that girl cares for real. I think she's like, you want to play? Let's go.
I think she has more of a case of cyberbullying than this. Like I said, if Brenay lawyered up, this it can be argued. Like I'm just being honest, it can be argued. But I think the cyberbullying, yeah, I think that's a strong case. That's like you can't like you're literally bullying this girl after the fact that you stole her man and caused all this drama and problems,
Right,
in my
stalking
marriage.
her
Well,
and
I
You know
do
what I
everything.
think
mean?
she did. Like, I do think she was hurt because you have to
So
think
wait,
about
wait,
it. She went
hold
from
on.
a
Does
two-parent
everybody
household
believe that
to
Akira
a
is capping?
one. I don't
No,
think
I
she's
don't
capping.
think
I
not.
think she's
I
hurt,
didn't
but
say
I
that
don't
she
think
was.
she's that
I
hurt.
just was asking because I've seen people said it. I honestly think she was hurt. I do believe. I don't think she's faking, but some people just was like she's overplaying her victim part. That's all.
No, I definitely agree because it just, as far as to the jury, the court itself, like she would have to look like she's just this mentally distraught ex-wife. I feel like she was probably hurt a lot more in the beginning than she is now.
Yeah.
I don't think that she has to at this point. I think that man and ultimate, like, do you know how it is? Like when she was questioning, like, hey, this is making me uncomfortable that Bree is doing this. We're not wearing clothes and stuff. Hey, do y'all got something going to do? Like, do you know how crazy it can make you when somebody play in your face and you think like
And these are
this
all
is not
things that
like,
she
no,
asked
I
him.
don't think
She
she
been
capping at
had
all.
addressed Brenay to Tim, like, what do y'all got going on? That man was definitely, he was lying to her.
Yeah, I'm not saying she is a victim. Like this was I don't know if I will probably be the one in court being sued for whooping her,
You
ass
remember
up.
that?
You
Hold
know what
on.
I
Y'all
mean?
remember that movie with Taraji B. Henson in it when she was married to
Yeah.
that dude and then she went crazy? Now
Acrimony.
y'all
Yeah.
telling me that girl ain't went. She could have went crazy
She could have.
and
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah, I
I,
definitely
I do
agree
think she
with that.
was hurt because, like, her therapist was talking about how, how depressed she was, and it was talking about the changes, that the kids and stuff was going through, how they was acting out as well. So I do think that does play, like, that she really was hurt and that she still is
I
hurt because,
Like,
she went from a two-parent household to a one. And, like, women can take a lot of stuff, but, like, if something hurts their kids, yeah,
That's
it's
different.
them to take care of their
Yeah,
kids.
Like your
Yeah,
kids
I
Yeah,
feel
think
without their
I feel
dad.
like
I think
because of
that
the kids, that's why she's really like going so hard. If her and Tim didn't have kids, I don't think it would have gotten this far. But
No.
she's teaching Brenay a lesson.
and
Bitch,
you
don't
gotta
play in
think
my
about it. It's
face.
all over the
but
internet. Like her
and
kids
that's
gonna get talked
but I
about.
think that's the thing, that's the nuance that exists, right? I think she was hurt. No one is ever victim blaming and saying she doesn't have a reason to pay. She has every reason to be hurt, mad, and angry. But to go to court and try and sue to get monetary like compensation for your man cheating and stuff like that, like I think there is an element of, okay, let me milk this a little bit more that's happening here too. And I think it does. It's like, what's the word am I looking for? But she's trying to get them back. I do think that's where we
Yeah.
are.
It's like a you
no,
want to
so
play with
I
hold
me?
think
Like,
she
on,
I
hold
was.
do
But
on,
that
I,
to
hold
With
on,
I
you
hold
feel
on.
like,
anyway.
Devin,
but
Look,
I
with
feel like she
Devin's
has the right to
situation,
do that.
if Bree would have stole her man and went on by her business, then maybe Akira could have went on by hers.
Yeah.
But the fact that Bree continually to taunted her when she won, since she won the man, she continued to taunt her.
She did.
Yeah.
She kept playing with her kids and stuff. She got a restraining order on her. She kept showing up to events she wasn't supposed to be in. It's like at a certain point, Kira, who has been non-confrontational, even having to have her grandmother come to her house because she wouldn't get out when she was told to. Like at some point, you gotta, like, I think the trajectory of things that has happened has been a culmination of just like Bree not knowing how to just accept the W.
Mm-hmm.
Like you
Right.
wanted
So
to rub
somebody
it in her
somebody
face, and you got all these selective songs about girls singing about taking people, man. Like that is
yeah.
for what? If you got them, like, ugh.
Somebody put in the comment that if you're making off money, you're making money off taunting me. Now, see that I do agree with that. She was making money off taunting that girl. So
but
Yeah, because you got to
Brenay is
think
still gonna
their
sit
whole
there and
friendship was
try to catch a
broadcast, so you
win.
end up with some people looking at you crazy.
yeah, yeah.
But
But
That's when
Nate
she
did
should have
say
turned
that.
it around. Right then and there is when she should have took
But
accountability and turned
how?
it
Like,
around.
I mean, I just feel like she could have taken accountability, but I truly feel like the internet still would not have accepted
She
her.
could have went
Like,
on
No, but
YouTube
look
and
though,
put her
you
own
know how
story out
Brenay would have
there.
probably had the internet thinking to be for the internet to be on her side a little bit if she would have filed a counterclaim for defamation on this lawsuit if it was everything was so called a lie.
see, now that's a good way to look at it too. She could have. If this is all a lie and they're lying on your name and your image is ruined, that's defamation
Right.
of character.
So my image being ruined because they're lying on me and everybody knew about it, I'm a counterclaim for defamation. She ain't do that.
Okay, but we also know that everybody, I feel like everybody involved is, I don't want to, they just seem off. Am I wrong to think that?
Wait, what you say?
I said everybody involved in this seems just a little off to me because, like, you know, he was sleeping with Karen, the sister, the twin
Corinne.
Yes, like
sister.
that's
Like,
the part
what?
that's
Yeah.
not making sense to me
It's
either. Like,
weird.
who was with Tim first? Is way back then he was with Karen.
Corinne
Like,
was with Tim
who?
first. Corinne had Tim first.
And that's how you know she
Back in
hate
the
her
day.
sister. She hate her
They
But
have
sister.
the
that's not
biggest like competitive spirit
every
between
time
each
Corinne got with
other.
somebody, Brenay would go by, that's why I call her Sloppy Joe. Brenay would go and sleep with them as well.
I
But with
believe
Tim,
it.
Brenay was with Tim first.
Brenay was with Tim because she had this one throwback picture like that she posted on her Instagram that I just seen earlier today. Like it was his birthday or something. So there is proof that she knew him years ago, but it's like
Mm.
your sister also slept with him years ago. So like, what y'all just be sharing the same man? He got married, you got the man back. Then
They
he
was
ended
even
with
sharing the same girl.
the same girl. They
Can
bifing.
you imagine
This is
how
a
their Christmas
lie.
and Thanksgiving? That's just nasty. Like,
That is gonna be
ugh.
the holidays are around the corner. Like this is gonna be so awkward for them.
Brene and Tim
Like
not going to
They don't
Thanksgiving. They're
care.
gonna have their own Thanksgiving.
They better have their own Thanksgiving because, like, imagine being their family. Like, I'm embarrassed. Like, you got me. I would be
yeah,
so mad at, like, my brother or my cousin. Like, look at
yeah, like an
this.
aunt or something.
I
Like
would be mad at my
that's.
kids. Like, damn, I got two hoes as a daughter.
No,
But speaking of
seriously.
Wait,
her
wait, wait. Did
mom,
y'all
like
hear that that Akira and Brenay mom did the same thing, that something like with happened with them to
and
their
that's
dad,
yep,
and
that's
that's
exactly
why
what I was
he's
gonna
not
bring up. The
supporting
mama not
them?
all too right either, so I've heard, yo.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they said the mom did something. The mom did something like that to the dad, and that's why the dad is not supporting or showing up to court. And
Mm.
wow,
So,
wow.
Then the apple don't fall
after they
far from the
fall
tree.
far from the
Sure
tree.
don't
So
fall too
that's what I was
far.
gonna say.
She
That
landed right on the branch.
I don't think it's tit for tat for Brenay. I think Brenay feels kind of like that was my man first, so I don't give a fuck if you did sleep with
Yeah,
my
like in
sister.
her
I'm
No,
hitting
he was
my
delusion.
with
man
Brenay
back.
first.
That's
Yeah.
what type of view I think Brenay is, because let them tell it. Brenay took Tim and Devin's virginity. So
Ew.
Brenay was with Tim
This
first.
nasty.
She was with Tim first. Then they broke up, and he got with the sister later on. However that went.
Tim ain't
But
want
in
that
her
girl. Anytime he
eyes,
put his cousin on her and say, "I got somebody, you a virgin. I got somewhere you can go and get your first nut."
But
yeah,
at the
he just
same
thought he was gonna hit it
time,
and quit it. He thought he was just gonna lose
right.
his virginity, and go keep going. But he, fell for her.
But
So
at
But
the
okay,
that's
same
what
do
I
y'all
time, do
think.
y'all
think?
feel like? Because I have a question. Like, was Brenay already knowing Tim prior? Right? You got with Devin. Y'all were happy. That
Yeah.
was the last time I personally ever watched any of her content was when she was with Devin. Do y'all feel like she like had that calculated from the jump? Like you knew off rip that that was Tim's best friend got with him, and then now all of this. Like it just seems like did you always want Tim? Like when?
Supposedly, that's what
Now
they're
hold
arguing right
on.
now. That
So my
they always
As
supposed to
understanding.
as a
be
man,
together.
let me answer this like as a man. Like you, good pee is good pee, and you never forget it. All right. So when it comes to Bree, whether she got it, whether her sister got it, or whatever the case is, once she moved in her house, it was game over. And the same thing applies for her sister. If Bree ever let her sister get close enough, it's gonna be game wrap. It's gonna be game over when it comes to that too.
That's
Like,
not the
Not why
question
you
she
think that
Okay,
asked
sister
I
at
though.
the
agree
mama
with
house
I
with
agree
her
with
two
you on that.
kids?
I agree because my thing is that the way that this boy is running back, constantly sleeping with her, she gotta, and then even the way Devon was acting, this girl gotta be knocking them. She gotta be putting them through the mattress
They
because,
said
like,
that she
No,
had the
she gotta
best
have some
set
type
of
of goal
lips
down
on
there
the side
because
of town. They said she had the best blowjob. So that
That
was the whole thing. He's supposed to been,
Ooh.
you know, getting his rocks off and kept it moving.
do y'all
Oh
think
wow.
that Tim maybe got jealous? Because like why would if he was so happy with Akira, why would he
That's
end up
what I'm
with Akira?
saying. Like, there's no way
Tim
y'all just
got jealous.
coexisted as
Tim seen
couples and those
dollar
feelings didn't
signs.
come back up if y'all knew
Tim
each other
seen dollar
prior.
signs on Brenay. That's what that is. Because remember, in that podium, they literally said, Akira said, "Look, we had no problems in our marriage besides financially." And
Brenay,
when it came to money, that's the only thing that they had issues with. Brenay just started coming up hard on YouTube
I
and on
think it was
social
their
media.
plan.
And then I remember there was a time when Tim started coming around and Brenay was like, "Oh, he's just my manager." Huh. He's your manager. Okay. And that's when they started taking their little trips, going on flights and stuff, disappearing, going to different states, and he lied talking about some, oh, he was going for a coaching job. Now you a damn
it's
lie.
dirty.
She probably was showing him how much
It
money
was.
he can
It's
make over
But
when
there
but
in
I.
here's
It's
Florida.
my
dirty.
problem. If they believe Brenay got all this money, why
Where
would
my
you let her
coat?
come live with you?
Right? Why couldn't she go get a hotel?
Why should, or get her another place if she got all this money? Y'all like everybody keeps talking about Brenay and all this money, but like she's not moving like somebody with all this money.
No,
But
I
she
don't.
didn't. No, she
I
planned
think
that
she has
though.
a
She
pretty
planned that.
coin,
She
but
could
like
have
I
went
don't think she's
somewhere.
one of the richest influencers. No, I don't think she has that much money.
She's
But I
not.
think
She's
she can
not on the Kane's
survive.
level. She's not on the Kane's level. I've seen
No,
people that you know what I'm saying.
that's
When
why I don't
Brenay was
believe none
coming
of them.
up, I paid attention real hard. I'm like, Brenay must be the problem because a while back there was a lot of YouTubers that were from North Carolina, right? And they would sit there and be like, "Hey, listen, we going to Texas. Let's do a what is it called? A collab." I'm like, damn, all these influencers coming together from North Carolina, and not one of them invited Brenay. And mind you, everybody was in a relationship.
Right. So why not
So
invite
it's
Brenay?
like,
Like networking.
right, you coming up, let's network, let's get this money, let's get it together.
Right.
And I think that's what Tim was looking for because in the beginning, Tim was like, oh, he was trying to do a family channel with him and Akira. But Akira, you know what I'm saying? She don't like that. She don't like that type of attention. She never wanted it.
I feel like somebody put in the comment, Miss T put in the comments that they thinks that they're all in cahoots. I think that might be the thing that
Me
must
too.
be coming out that they
Me too.
probably all was doing something nasty and freaky and now Akira it just went too far because some of this just kind of don't make sense.
They-
I'm sorry.
So
It
you
don't
think they
make
did
How
a
is a
they
man?
I
did a
don't. I, I
orgy?
don't think.
They did an
I don't think.
orgy. Brenay got greedy.
I not maybe not an orgy, but maybe like a threesome. I think maybe Akira. I don't disagree, especially if you got to think about it. If Brenay has all this money, why would you let her come live in your house? Like that would be kind of
Yeah,
interesting
see
to
now
me.
that
It
you are making a
wasn't.
lot of good points
It
because that's
wasn't
what
a
I
Right.
was
No,
threesome.
saying.
so okay,
Like,
I'm gonna tell you what happened when that came about, right? Devin said after that whole thing when she was like, oh, he tried to buck at me, da 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 da. Akira blocked Devin off of her phone because she literally thought that Devin tried to beat up Brenay. That's why she blocked him. So he had no way of contacting her to let her know, like, yo, I just caught these two banging in my crib. So you shouldn't let her come to the house. And before Brenay left, she said she was going to her mama house. So that's why Akira didn't get that information in time. Because I'm pretty sure if Akira didn't block her, then if Akira didn't block Devin and just, like call Devin like, yo, Devin, what was going on? Instead of making it a one-side story, I think Devin would have told her straight up like, yo, I just caught them doing stuff in the crib. Do not, if she's trying to come to your house, don't let her.
But no,
Now,
but
so
that's beyond the point though. What I'm saying is, if you're suing this girl for $2 million, like obviously you must think she has some money. So if she came over there, if I call you and say, "Girl, this man just tried to woo out the bam me, whatever," okay, you can come stay at my house tonight, but you got to go tomorrow.
okay, so
but
Chad,
like
okay,
you said,
so
But they're
them
that's the
not
not
problem right
having
friends
that
there.
much
though.
money, it's the
That's
same thing with like Cardi B and Tasha K. When Cardi B sued Tasha K, Cardi B knew damn well Tasha K did not have that money, but it was to prove a point. I
so
really think
so
it's
so here.
that.
This is the problem. This is the problem right here. All right, when you in the first this is giving like first relationships to like they ain't been through enough because men and women who have had a baby mama or a previous marriage and stuff like and you've been through all that cheating and all the other kind of stuff, like then your standards can be like what Honey is talking about, where like, see, she could come stay the night, but like any woman would know like not to have nobody come to their house, or you're gonna have a diamond situation like in Players Club eventually. Like so, like this is given like they young. David don't exactly know what he doing, which is why he didn't respond like most men would think he would respond when somebody cracking his wife in his house. And the same thing with Akira. So I don't know. I don't know if I can get with the whole everybody was in cahoots part.
Well, I do agree with you saying that, and even just the comment about the Players Club thing. That's how I feel about Karen. Like, say all of this is over, Brenay and Tim are still to get together. That's still your sister, no matter what happened. So it's just like, what, you gonna trust her to be around your man? You run to the grocery store, like
My sister's in trouble. Let me help her out. Not like, oh, no, hell no.
like just to, but this is who you're sticking beside though. Like, this is your man, but you really can't even trust him around your sister. Like, it's ugh.
And then it was
That's
also,
why I think that whole family know that Tim just may be Corinne's baby father for the second child.
I've been
Because
seeing that.
thank you. If you
Clock it.
see how Tim is attached to that little girl, when it was that little girl's birthday, he was holding her like he was the pappy. And not only that, every time like there was a live that they were doing, Brenay was on one side, Corinne was on the other, and Corinne's like, your niece is saying hi to you, and Brenay seemed agitated. And she was like, well, hi, damn. Like, what? That's your
I seen
niece.
that live. So you
What
think
is
she was
what
treating
is
the niece
her
like that? So you're saying
she
because it's
is
Tim's
very
baby?
mean. She loves the first child more than the second one. She's very mean to the second child.
So the
So
second child might be Tim.
I think the second child might be Tim's.
I've been
No
seeing that
lie.
on the internet, and then I went on Corinne's Snapchat like day 2 of this, and she was responding to comments on there. She was like, "If me and Brenay is so nasty, how y'all say?" She really wasn't denying that she ever slept with him, and it was just like her whole demeanor. Like But she was like, "Well, I need to get a DNA test for to see if that's Tim's baby." You know why they're saying for you to get a DNA test? So why even respond to that on your Snapchat? Like, you
And
don't
Corinne is a
know.
liar, just like Brenay, because she's like, "Oh, me and my child's father is not together because he didn't love me the way I needed to be loved." Da, 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 da. No, I think he went through your phone, seen that you and Tim's were still doing it, and he left you. That's what it
Okay.
was.
Well,
I want to
what I
find.
can say
They
about
need
this,
to
like,
find the baby daddy, and he need to come to the front.
Hello.
They need to
He need to
find
come to the
Corinne baby
stand.
daddy, and he need to come to the front.
Oh, they been
man,
found him, and he came out and he was talking, and
Oh,
then he disappeared
where?
again.
What's his name?
I
When
missed
this
that.
whole first thing came out last year, he came out and spoke on it.
Really? I did not know. I'm not gonna lie. This whole case, I didn't even know Brenay ass had a sister. Like, I only knew about Brenay with the long nails and the Ashmer Chipotle videos and the jewelry. Like, I didn't know that she had a sister, that she was having sex after her sister. Like, I
Listen, when you do something wrong, we was peeping because I've been watching Brenay since she started her YouTube channel, okay? And the way she would, when she introduced us to Devin, the way she was treating him, we all knew that's what we kept saying, like, yo, she don't really like him like that. Like, why is she being mean?
yeah, like the
Like, what
energy
turned
wasn't
me off,
there.
she burped and then she blew it in his face when they was doing the
Ew.
Q&A. Mad disrespectful. Like,
You
I,
know how
I'm
when
like,
you
Devin
cheat,
should have just bopped her when she did that.
you know
Like,
how when you cheating on somebody and you on your when you getting cheated on, your spouse start being mean. Maybe
Yeah,
she was been messing with him, and then that was like one of the first signs. You know, like they could
that is
have
a good
been doing
point.
it.
I feel like she got me with Devin when she started emotionally cheating with Tim. She just had to figure out a way to get Tim physically. You get what I'm saying?
That's I literally
So
just
that's when
said that
all the
before
lies
you
started
came up.
coming
Like,
about.
because if you so called knew Tim from years ago, you would know that's his best friend. So it just seems like calculated. You seen Tim, like you said, emotional cheating. You probably reminiscing like TMC said, you don't forget when it's good. So you sitting there still with Devin thinking about fucking Tim. Like,
But how you
you
remember
think you get it.
14-year-old dick?
Wait,
Sorry.
that's how old that girl. Do not tell me they was underage when she posted them pictures. It was like this old collage she posted of
Yes,
her
they
and
were
Yeah,
Tim.
they was kids. They
underage.
was
I'm like,
teenagers.
Get the fuck out of here.
Hmm.
Oh, if there's a guy out here holding on to something we did when we was 14, I feel bad for him. What?
I
What?
didn't know what I was doing.
And then
Like,
Devin, I feel bad for Devin. Well, I know he glowing up now, but like that was his first, time having SEX. That was his first girlfriend, like his first everything, and she just left a bad taste
And
in
I
his
feel like
mouth.
nobody's
Ew.
really giving Devin grace. Like a lot of the men are coming at him too hard, but it's just like you done been hurt by a girl before, and before you went all the way you are now, he needed to go through that. I feel this is a learning experience for
I'm
all
like, he
four of
didn't have the
them.
confidence because he was big.
No,
He was
well,
big.
hold
He
on.
found someone that wanted him. You know
Needed
what
to
I'm
go,
saying?
And she
to
ain't
go
do
through
nothing
that is
but feed his
crazy.
bigness.
I don't agree.
I feel like everything happens for a
I don't
reason
agree
according to
at
God's
all.
plan. I
You
feel like
agree?
God was with Devin even when he was at his lowest point because you needed to go through that. How are you going to change as a person if you're not being put in the fire? Like, yeah, you were blind to the facts. You stayed there, and yeah, it's wrong, but like you will never go through that shit again because you know what to look for now. So yeah, he
Like
needs to go through that.
and I don't think like if it's good, if Bree got some good, whatever.
Stop it, Tim.
For Devin's first piece of banana pudding to be something that Tim is willing to leave his wife. Like, hey man, they had that boy nose
Yo,
wide
I love
open.
me some banana pudding.
That's
We
No,
exactly
already
she
what I'm
had
have.
she
saying.
gotta
I
have
don't like
gold in between
seeing
her
men
legs or
do that.
something. But
Devin
like
is not that much of a victim. Like what? These men, do you not know that some men will lay up under women just to not work, just to not pay
But
bills,
that's
just to
not the
not
case
do
though,
that?
Devin
because
was working. What do
Devin,
you mean?
Brenay
Devin
was
was
Just because
more
he's working
focused
doesn't mean
on,
that that money is necessarily going to the bills, bro.
but
They
it
could
was
work for their
though,
own
because
pockets.
No,
Like
and
according
hold
to
on,
the
literally.
internet, Brenay
Stephanie.
wasn't paying
Because
no bills
you
No, hold
have
on,
to
hold
whatsoever.
be
on,
a
hold
real
on,
Devin,
everybody,
like
hold
he
spiteful
had
on.
went to
man.
school, he
I
was
don't
working
know.
to
In my
support
opinion, you
them.
have
Hold
to
on,
be a very
honey.
spiteful man
Honey,
to
why do you
hear a
say
kid being to hear people having smacks, and then to hear a kid being called in to pass some wipes, and you hearing your girl get man, please, no,
so?
But
Okay,
don't do
I
that.
just feel
okay,
like not every
honey.
guy got that
No.
in them, like that switch to go in and sock a nigga in his face. Like he
And
just
mind you,
gives
they
me
cousins,
nerdy
first
big
cousins
boy
at
with low
that.
self esteem.
Cousins, and
Okay,
you're not gonna go. You
here
two
we go
can't come
again. So, honey,
you
listen.
need to tell them to get up out your
If
house. Nah, I don't.
so, honey, why is Rashida still with Kirk? If it's that simple.
Oh, hello, man, Rashida ain't never leaving Kirk. That is her
So,
man.
what I'm saying is like
He's
when
a
you in the
man, Rashida.
go
I
ahead.
don't know. Maybe I'm sexist. I don't know. I can't imagine.
I mean,
But
No, I don't think it's
I
sexist. I
feel
mean,
like
you have your opinion, but
people
I
gotta
just feel
keep in
like
mind that
as a
cheating
man,
is
we just
not a deal breaker for a lot of people. It is for me, but it might not be for the next person. And they should
I
be
don't
willing to work it out if they got a lot, to lose in their marriage or whatever.
in
but
the
I
makeup room unless you ain't paying bills up in that house, and maybe that's why you don't care as a
But
man.
my
Ross,
thing is, it is confusing for me too with the whole thing with Devin. But I just feel like it all leads back to him having low self esteem because Devin,
yeah,
he never wanted to be in social media. He was more focused on having a real foundation to get Brenay out her mama house. He moved them into that house where they were vlogging, doing YouTube. He was paying all that girl bills, and she was like, "Oh, you don't want to be a TikTok couple with me? Fuck you!" And then sat in Tim's face and was I fucking him until she actually did. So I feel like Devin tried to be the man, but she wanted this TikTok relationship, and he wasn't an internet person. That's why his
She wanted
demeanor
to
was
do. That's
always
what I'm
off.
saying. When she started YouTube, she wanted to do with the other NC YouTubers that were actually couples. You know what I'm saying? Doing stuff like playing pranks and all that extra stuff.
Yeah,
But
Devin was not. He didn't care. He
he
was like, I
didn't
have a
want to be in
real
the
job and
limelight.
go have a
You
nine to
can't force someone
five.
to be in the limelight when they didn't want to. Even if you watch
Exactly.
videos when they during the holidays, Akira would pop up in the camera and run. She didn't really want to be in there like that. She didn't. And she said if the kids were allowed on Brenay's social media until she stopped asking. When you would see Tim's kids on Brenay's account, it's because Brenay was on Brenay's account, it's because Brenay was asking Akira permission. Is it okay if I can post the kids? And then after that,
But you know what?
She
With you
just stopped
saying
asking
that,
and was doing it and she got comfortable.
I guess I just found that out today too, that she had the whole restraining order and shit. So we were talking about earlier how Brenay was antagonizing her. After Akira did that shit, Brenay posted like the tour of her house, and she was on the phone with Tim with the daughter, and just the daughter's voice all over her video. Like, you're constantly attacking this girl for what? If you already got her man,
Yep.
you're so happy. Why do you give a fuck about Akira?
And
Like,
she was referring to her as her baby too in that
yeah,
video. She
like that's
said, "That's
weird
my
as
baby in the
hell.
background."
That's not your fucking kid.
And Tim ain't no man because how dare you want to sit there and allow your son to be that confused? And
Yeah, like
for
yeah.
Jacoby to sit there and be like, "Mommy, do I have to call Auntie Mommy? Like, why do I have to call her Mommy? No, you ain't got to. Hell no." And
Like,
I
man,
swear,
Akira
you
got more
see, you
patience
see
than
all those
ooh.
rings that's on Brenay's fingers. I would have cut every centimeter of them things because you would not be putting your hair in my daughter's hair after I just got it done. Because how dare you
Hello.
take her hair out?
But as a father, why? Why? Tim is like, I don't
Yeah, as a
understand.
dad, that shit is weird. Even the whole
That's
wife
crazy.
situation, everyone's talking about Brenay. Tim was in that room too. Like,
Tim is
nigga,
a
you
devil.
watched her ask your kid to bring you wipes after you just cracked her back to
Yep.
rub the sweat out of her rolls. Like, ew. Jesus.
That's gross.
Like,
Nasty.
as the dad, like, where are your dad instincts to be like, nah, like, don't call my kid in here. Like, nah, like, you're ODing.
And then Black Goddess said when she found that part out in the courtroom, like Akira broke out in tears.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have kids, but
How
I know
Devin
that
keep that?
as
Like,
a mom, that would
I
bring
just
out
don't
a level of
understand.
rage in me.
How didn't
Yo,
he
it
call
takes
her
a lot for certain
immediately?
people. Like,
If he
you know what I'm
wasn't gonna
saying?
walk in there and smack him,
People be like, "Yo, you crying because like I had a history like that with my cousin. They thought because I was crying because I was a punk. Now I'm crying because I know if I touch you, I'm really gonna hurt you,
Like that, and that
can't
could be
nobody
another
stop
thing.
me."
People don't know when they're taking it too far. So once I'm at that level, I could possibly damn near kill you. And now my life fucked up, but you cheated on me. And it was justifiable in my head before I snapped. But now that I'm
People,
snapped and I'm here,
that's what I'm saying. People saying Devin should have, mollywopped them, popped them, do all this extra stuff.
no, I
But I'm
don't
like,
think that. I don't think
Devin
that. I
already
think he
had
should have
his
called
career
Akira.
set.
He should have been a
Devin,
responsible adult and called the mother. At that
no,
point,
but
he
at
should
you
have
gotta
called.
also. This is another reason why Akira deserves this 2 million is to know that she went. Okay, go ahead, take her. You get what I'm saying? You want to be with her, be with her. But the way this case done blew up, even before the whole case started, she lost 3 job opportunities that would have her and her kids set for life
I seen
because they
that.
done researched her and
Mhm.
seen this type of shenanigans, and they bad for business.
And
Like, yo,
this,
you
but
really
And
I want
that
to
does
chime in.
help Akira's case. It
I,
does. 'Cause
but see, I disagree. Like, I think what she's suing for, the annihilation of affection, I don't think she has a strong case for that, but she has a stronger case for like cyberbullying, what's emotional distress. She has cases like a stronger case for those things because again, you with all this different stuff where you knew or you had suspicion of him cheating, you found evidence and you still stayed.
right, but that's
So
the thing though. The alien of affection is the simple fact
conservative
that
state though.
she still wanted to try to work the
But
marriage
listen,
out.
that's not how that works. That's what I've been arguing. When you go look it up, what it actually is, you have to prove that that was the main cause for the like that this third party was the main cause that they caused the relationship to end. If
You
you
don't think
still
she proving
And
that?
I think
if
she's
you
proving
still
that though,
no, not
Miss.
necessarily though, because here's the thing:
Yes,
if you say that this is the reason why my relationship ended, okay, so
may I
why did you
explain?
stay? But what?
May I
But
explain real quick? The reason why I feel like she has a case, right, is because you're saying she has to prove the alienation. If he wasn't alienating her until he moved Brenay, until they agreed to have Brenay in the house, then that is proof enough. Period. Because at the end of the day, regardless of the past infidelities, if she can prove a timeline that their marriage was fine until she got into the home and now he's acting different, then that is proof that she is the key reason that they're no longer together.
The
And at the end of the
you guys
alienation,
are
day,
the
arguing with
alienation
emotion.
thing.
I'm arguing with like just logical and facts. Like if you look up what it actually, I'm
the
sorry. Like
alienation.
some of the things that's being said,
You say
or
no
some of
core.
the
You feel
art,
like it don't correlate,
some of the things that's being said. I'm not disagreeing, right? I'm not
right?
disagreeing that the Akira actually she has a point, right? What I am saying is that I personally feel that she has a stronger case for other things, and I think just this alone, the annihilation of affection, when a lot of that stuff that's going on, Tim is also to be the blame, where it causes doubt that maybe this man just didn't want to be with her, and Akira just didn't want to see that. You get what I mean? Like that can be argued. That's all
No,
I'm
and it
saying.
can, because if the
It can
marriage
be
is
argued,
one
It's
but it's
testimony
sided,
not
if
I
you
can
only
see
argued.
that.
reasonable
Therefore,
doubt
her
in the
case is
case.
being made. That I just feel like that's not being argued by Brenay, and Akira's case is being made, especially in the court. I get what you're saying, but
what you're saying is not what Brenay is going up there and
And you
arguing in
know
her
what?
No, and
defense.
that's exactly what she's
If
saying though.
Brenay
If
had a
she did
lawyer,
have a exactly, if
if
she had a
Brenay had a lawyer
team,
to defend that part, then yeah, I could see your piece coming in where it's not a strong enough case for alien of affection. If Brenay
yeah.
had an attorney, but
She don't
she
though.
don't. To protect her from that, she don't. And not only that, that to me, the alienation came when Brenay decided to take her bumpy self and go co-sign an apartment and actually remove Tim from the house.
Yep.
That's where the alienation came from
I
because
like that.
And then
years
put that she was
before,
his girlfriend on the application. Like what?
But I thought
I like.
Akira. I mean, I thought Brenay moved in because
No,
Devon.
she moved in for two
no,
weeks.
before
She
she
moved in for
moved,
2 weeks. She didn't
before
move in with
Brenay
them.
moved
Yeah,
out,
I was
No,
confused
and
on the
listen, hold on.
timeline with her living
Let me
there.
finish my sentence. What I was saying was, I thought that the reason why Brenay came to Tim and Akira's house is because Devon caught them having sex, or did I mishear that?
No.
No. The
Okay.
reason why, the reason why,
Yes, that is
the
the
re,
original truth.
that's the original truth.
Because he
But
did catch them in their house too,
they
though.
said that they came up, Tim and Brenay came up with the story that Devin bucked up at her,
Right.
and
That's what they told Akira. That's
that's
what
why
they
she
told
went to
Akira.
Akira's house. Brenay wasn't gonna go there like, oh,
So,
Brenay caught us sleeping with Devin caught us sleeping with each other, so I'm coming to your house.
And then they told Brenay told Devin that she was going to her mom's, and she went to their house, and Akira knew nothing about that, so she didn't
Exactly.
know.
That's my
She
point.
was
Why
thinking
didn't
that
Devin
Devin
call
put hands
then?
so,
on her, and she needed somewhere to go, and that was why they came. She
so
came there
that,
to
Devin's
go
supposed
see.
to call then. When they left his house because
so
he
they,
caught them about to have intercourse, he's supposed to call Akira.
But she blocked
right.
him.
She blocked them.
Yup, she did.
She
So
blocked
that
him.
They got to
proves.
Akira before Devin can get to Akira. She blocked them.
So then that proves that the affair happened before she moved in with Akira, right?
Yeah, the fear started before. The fear. So Rick, you got to remember,
Akira didn't know that.
Brenay and Tim, when Brenay was frequenting over there, Brenay and Tim was also doing it at Akira's house as well. It wasn't just at Devin's house;
So
they
it
was
was.
doing it over there too.
So this was an ongoing affair. This was a choice by Tim. You see what I mean when I say I think that. So I mean the good thing is that Brenay doesn't have counsel. So let me like I guess
No,
that's
but
the
I'm
biggest
not gonna
thing. Is
no,
that,
lie.
I think with the
I
stuff
like
with,
that you're like bringing shedding a different light on it because the internet hates Brenay, so they're not even gonna think of a possibility of her having a argument. But like they really could. I genuinely see what you're saying. I do.
but even based on what you're saying, I still think that she has a strong
Me
case. I
too.
really do.
Also
I
because
think
she's
she
in a
has a strong
conservative
case because
state.
she doesn't have nobody. There's no defense. Brenay doesn't have a defense.
Even if she had a defense, when like
Even with the
in the
defense.
same way that Bree and Tim manipulated the side, that is literally what lawyers are for. Is like who can argue the case better, and because of all the evidence, because of all the stuff that Brene won't stop talking about, I think that she has a better chance to argue and win this case, even if they both had counsel.
And
Yeah.
with Devin's case, Devin actually do have an attorney. Attorney Robin is going to be assisting him with filing with the alienation case between him and Tim. If Robin didn't think Devin had a case, I
He
don't think
wouldn't
she would have
take it.
accepted it.
He
And
wouldn't.
I feel like Devin only dropped that case against Brenay because he wants to make sure Akira get that full balance for the sake of the kids. You gotta remember, Devin's already secured in his career. He don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's not more so of the money, it's more so of a lesson. I'm not gonna let you play with me like that. So that's that right there. So man. Devin,
Do we have any thoughts on Tim bringing the pew pew into the courtroom?
Bring
he
what?
just dumb.
Wait, who did he bring in?
He
I
brought a
think he
pew
didn't
pew
want
into
to
the
testify.
courtroom.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, they talking about when Trump got
that's because
arrested for bringing
Devin's
that
uncle
gun
was there and he
I
got
think it was
shook in
on
his
purpose.
boots.
Yeah, I think that was done on purpose because he had already been inside and out the courthouse 2 times before he did that. You don't forget that you have that
in.
on
Oh,
you.
so he was
Sorry.
already like
Yeah, it
that.
wasn't like early in the morning. It was
I
That's
like
what
don't
I
think it was
thought.
done on
recess
purpose
after lunch.
because
You
I
was a
don't
bitch.
listen. Hear me out. I don't think it was done on purpose because anyone know common sense. You're not going to be able to get the pew pew in the courthouse.
But
I
they were
think it genuinely
saying,
was
but
him
they were
picking it.
saying that it was kind of easy, and someone else had already brought something in there without getting caught, and they took it back. So they were saying that the getting in and out was kind of easy, like they wasn't really doing their job basically. So that's what they were saying. Also,
I mean, but it's a million signs when you walk in the courthouse that tell you no firearms.
I was gonna say
But
that's
his
still
thing is
far
he said that
fetched
he
to say I want to get
What
in.
type of courthouse they going to? But the
Well,
ones
I've been in the
down here,
courthouse
baby, you
many
can
times.
get
Anybody
straight
that done been inside the
sterilized.
court been in
You
some
can't
mess.
even bring a grinder in the courthouse. Like literally, the courthouse got a court. The damn
where's
Allen
the doors
courthouse
or
down
something?
here in Jacksonville. The outside doors has a metal detector before you walk in the real metal
To the
detectors.
influencers, because some of
and
them
that
walk
is
in the
how it's
club.
supposed
That's
to
how
be.
they just
But
Georgia.
They
That's
probably just mark them
that's
down.
because it's
apparently,
Jackson. That's because it's Jacksonville, sis.
Hey,
yeah,
don't do
apparently
not
that's
too
not
much
how it
on
was
Florida,
down
not too
there.
much.
They probably tightened up
Georgia's,
now, but
Georgia's the same way. Georgia's the same way. You ain't walking through that door, you ain't getting too far. You walk through the middle building. And
I
if you
believe
got
it. Georgia
anything on you,
shit.
you better turn around. Treat you like TSA.
So that's why I
To
say
get
I
into the
think he
courtroom.
possibly wanted to carry it like when he's not in court, and then he just was simply going back and like, damn, I still got this shit on me. You dumb motherfucker. Like that's why I think that was an accident. I don't think he was trying to actually take the pew pew into court and shoot the judge and Akira and everybody else. No, I think he just wanted it to happen on him because it's a crazy scene. Like we're only seeing it from the internet. I can only imagine the amount of shit that they're actually doing up there at
I
that
be
courthouse because
thinking
they're not
that.
just recording, they're literally being stalkers and attacking, not saying that they shouldn't, but they literally are, running up on them, getting in their face and getting in their personal space. So you have the right to protect yourself.
And I'm not gonna lie, at a crazy demented person who done been cheated on or scarred or something probably will see that and really will probably want to beat Brenay ass. Like honestly, I see a crazy person doing that in a crazy
Look
universe.
how they did Casey Anthony over that baby. People
That's what
say
I'm
shit
saying.
ain't gonna
Casey
end, bro.
Anthony, that bitch knows she cannot go to no public school in Florida. You will get beat up.
Not even George Zimmerman got beat up by strangers every time he was seen in Florida. Like people don't
Yeah.
play when they think somebody wrong. That girl from Baddies, she got stabbed because a bitch didn't like her from a show. Bitch, you got
Yeah.
stabbed by some hoes because they don't like you because of a
Like
TV
people on
show.
the internet
People
really do be
crazy.
crazy and they
I'm
be feeling
telling
that on a
you.
different level. Like they feel
They be
like you
taking
did it
it
to them.
personal, like it's a
Yeah.
personal attack.
And
Like
it's
you, I know you
already to that
personally, you got me
level. So
fucked
that's what
up.
I'm saying. Who is to we? Who am? Well, I'm not going to speak to y'all, but I'm gonna say who am I to say that he shouldn't protect himself? I don't think he
No, you're
tried to take
absolutely
it to
right.
shoot the judge. I just think he did it to supposedly protect himself and Brenay. But
No, he did it because he was scared. Because remember, he called Devin a BAN. Inside, he in the hall, he called Devin a BAN, and Devin wanted to react, but he had to remember he had to keep calm. He got to testify,
He called
and
him a
then
band.
Devin,
bitch ass nigga.
yeah, there you go,
Oh, okay,
there
okay.
you go,
I'm like a band. Like
yeah.
I'm sorry.
He tried to. I didn't want to
But I'm
say
waiting. Can y'all wait? I'm just waiting to see what she's getting at. Go ahead and finish.
so Devin's uncle was also there in support of Devin. So I guess Tim think that it was the uncle that don't take no and he got shook in his boots because he thought the uncle was probably gonna do something to him. Because remember the first couple of days, but I think the first day he was staring Devin down, like you know what I'm saying, as if he was gonna do something. You get what I mean? Like basically he
No.
tried to taunt him to put fear in him, and Devin pulled up, you know what I'm saying, the next day with the uncle, and then he was like, oh, okay. He seen what uncle it was, and I feel like he tried to make a statement like, I keep that heat on me type statement.
But
Yeah. Like
Because
my
he would have did
grandmother
that at
said
the
it
top
with
of the
him.
morning. That makes
Yeah.
no sense. He would. Why would you do that for one? To jeopardize everything you got going on. Like literally, that's something you do at the jump of the thing. Like literally, you brandish, your weapon. That's not something to do in the middle of the day. Like that's crazy and it's out the blue. Like even if he
He
did
ain't
call him a
want
bitch
Devin
ass
to talk.
nigga,
He
he
ain't
can
want
call him.
he didn't want Devin to talk. You see, when Devin got on the stand, he opened up a can of worms.
Devin
And
still
no
didn't say
sense.
no more and no less to take away from it. That it makes no sense to threaten him. Like that makes no
But
sense.
they
Like
was trying to find a way to destroy the trial because Tim's sister got caught recording.
I just
After
said
after the
that.
judge
So
said,
you
yeah,
think they trying to get
Go ahead.
get more time. Do you think that?
Um. Well,
I don't know.
Tim.
I don't know if it's breaking up, but I'm agreeing with you. Like what I'm trying to solve.
Yeah. Tim. He's in trouble because he's out on probation. He's on probation, and
Clearly misdemeanor because he bonded right out.
he got a two. Because you know me being nosy, I went on the docket. So he got released on a $2,500 unsecured bond. So
And you
we'll
wouldn't get a bond at all if it was serious. So again,
so
that's assumption.
so they letting. I feel like they letting because his
Yeah,
PO wasn't around either. So put it like this.
if
I
he
don't
had
know
a
how they.
felony, he wouldn't be able to get out of jail. Like I
Exactly.
know that
I don't
personally. I'm
know
on
how they
probation. If
do.
you violate probation, if you violate,
And he
like you
wouldn't
get
have
arrested,
no
that's a
pew
VOP
pew
off rip. So
period.
you wouldn't be able to get out. He got petty charges.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
Able
wouldn't
to
even
get
have
out.
no pew pew
it was
period.
You
it
can't be
was
on probation.
I think it was the violation with Akira when you remember when Akira and him they both got arrested during court. They both got arrested during court and then they got released the same day. And specifically the judge said Tim wasn't supposed to carry. That's part of his probation. He's not allowed to have a weapon or nothing. But my thing is, if that was one of the things one of the things he could have had for his probation, why did they not take his license? Because
That's a lie.
if you
That's why
were
that's a lie. Cause that's automatic. That's automatic violation of your probation. If he wasn't allowed to carry, this wouldn't even be a conversation.
right,
That's
because
not
if
something petty. That's not something to just do. You know, that's not just something to just walk around with. Even on misdemeanor, that clearly is not a part of his guidelines because he wouldn't even been able to be around a pew pew period.
so they
He
got
must be on
arrested.
some petty misdemeanor papers for like a traffic ticket or
Right,
something.
no, so they
On
got
some
arrested for
fraud. He had some fraud
contempt of
charges.
court. It was contempt of court. I think him and Akira was going at it inside during their judgment, and they both got arrested for contempt. That's
But
what
he
that
also
was.
has some fraud charges as well that he's on probation for. So it wasn't a violent crime for them to say, he can't have weapons.
Yeah, but once you're on when you're on the under probation, because probation is what is it? It's like state supervision.
Yep.
You're no longer like when you get the court
Yeah, but
order
he
for
has
probation and you sign
unsupervised.
papers.
He's
Oh, he not supervised, then it's different. Yeah, he could carry.
he has unsupervised, but this one, I
Yeah,
don't know.
if he had a PO, it'd be
He
different.
got court on the 25th. We'll see.
I don't think so because they would have violated him automatically. Like
You'll
he wouldn't
see.
even got out. It's no such thing as you get an automatic VOP when you get another
When you're
charge.
arrested. Thank you.
Yeah, and then he
So
has
that's
to
why I was
serve
like,
like
none
the
of
rest
that
of
even
his
makes sense. I
original
don't think
time.
nobody know like the depths to the other charges, but it's like it's no way around it. Like that shit, court go hand to hand, literally. So they can't not pull up one thing and not pull up the other. When they pulled up all of that with him automatically getting arrested for the pew pew, he would have not got a bond off top.
Yeah, because
Well,
it's
that's not that's not true all the time. You don't
VOP.
always get automatically violated. I've had people or known people to get arrested and be on probation and they don't get violated till weeks or months later and
For
then they
gun
come back and get
charges?
arrested.
look, Matt
Yeah.
got out of jail
Yeah.
Oh.
and
They
then they didn't VOP him yet, but because he's out on bail for getting arrested,
They can still
they can
come
Yeah,
still
back.
when he got arrested, his PO wasn't
Oh.
It
around.
don't happen right then, but it still will happen.
It'll
It
happen.
ain't.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
gonna
going to
happen.
happen.
That I
That's
didn't.
what I'm
I
saying.
thought it
Cause
was immediate.
his on the docket, I have it on my page. On the docket, no, I don't. On the docket, it says that so there's a warrant next to the court date. It says warrant and then the court date 8/45/11/25. So before Thanksgiving, he has to go to court. And there's a warrant next to it. So I don't know if the warrant is before or it's a warrant that he has to show up to clear. If he don't show up, then yeah.
Yeah, it's probably a bench warrant for that exact court date. That's probably why he includes that. But that's dumb. Like they dumb as fuck. They doing too much. They adding.
They got on that little bus, I tell you.
You made something not criminal, which is stupid. Like
Because he was trying to show that he got like, you know what I'm saying, that he's just that dude. Like he was what he say to Devin when they was on Goddess's Live. He was like, you know who I am, you know who I am, you know what I
Why
could
you
do.
quiet?
You ain't about that life. Like, boy, sit down.
But my thing is, they're so young. Oh my god! Like
Jail is not the
imagine.
Man,
outcome
Brenay
of
look
this
like
court
she is
case,
in her
Miss
late
T.
30s, and she's not what you
How old are
said.
they?
They're
Brenay look
young. They're in their
older than
20s.
everybody in that
She look
courthouse.
older than her sister. Well, is Brenay the youngest or eldest sibling out of her sister?
She's the older sibling out of her
Oh,
sister
okay,
by
I
a
okay.
thought they
couple
were
of
She
minutes.
twins.
looks older.
Aren't they twins?
But they
Yeah, they
say that, but I
twins.
think Corinne look better. Like
But
if
she
it
got
was a better
another sister
twin.
too. It's not just them two though. It's another one.
No, so
Oh, she got it's three of
It's
them.
Kayla, Corinne, Brenay, and they have a brother. But the brother
Oh,
don't
so
mess with them at all. The
she
brother
got three
don't.
siblings.
Well, he not
Oh,
wrong for that. My God.
not at all.
Yeah,
Mm-mm. He
this is
probably the only normal one too out of the Brady bunch.
I think the brother is the only normal one.
That's why he stay out of their shit.
Mm-hmm.
literally.
And I feel like I know like I think Lakeisha wants her daughters to be miserable like her.
That's
Oh,
This
Brenay
just
unquestionably.
no
mama.
way. This mother's way too invested in her kids. Like, come on, Corinne, are you
Mm-hmm.
kidding me? You got two kids. You're grown,
Living with her
and you out
at
here
that.
hiding in a garage to go get some.
Mm-hmm. But no,
Get
I
your
heard that
place.
Corinne stays with their mom. Is that true?
Yeah, Corinne live with her mama.
Oh, so it's the mom's garage. That's crazy as hell. Like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I don't have kids, but as a parent, no matter what age, I'll always support my kids. But it's just, Corinne, all you do is sit on the internet, talk about people who do have 9 to 5s. Like, what do you do?
Like, I can say this. I lived with my mother up until I was 25 years old, but you
And
know what I'm
ain't
saying?
nothing
She
wrong
helped
with
me.
that.
But
Yep.
she assisted me. She was like, yo, get your bread, save your money.
Yes,
You know what I'm
that's what I'm
saying? And
saying.
then when
Like,
you ready,
the
you could go.
opportunities you get
When
to
I
save
felt
your
like I
money
could
by
handle
being at
my
home.
daughter on my own, that's when I got my apartment and I left.
Yeah, like there's nothing wrong with that. Like I feel like her being with her mom, there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like you sitting on the internet talking about people who do get up and work, and you just act like you're on this hierarchy. But like, what do you do for a
You
living
can't
exactly?
take
Like,
away if she thinks that she's content creating. They think that sitting in front of the computer is their job now. So if she's saying that that's what she's doing for her job, then that's her job.
That's
Okay,
her
making
job.
money from it.
yes,
Those
but I
kids
just feel
need
like
to
if
be
you
in
living at
school.
your mama
Hold
house,
on, she making
what
money from
job?
it.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like if you're at
Okay.
your mama house,
That's what
content
I'm saying. If
creating,
she's
where's
saying
the
that that's
money?
her, if she's saying, okay, I'm making this video and this is what I'm doing to, like make money, then that's her job.
But
So
it can't
you
be
can't
doing much
say
if she
go
got
get
two.
another 9 to 5
That's what I'm
to take up for
saying.
that nine to
My thing
five.
is, even with content creating, like
That is a
you
hobby,
You
feel,
bro.
have to have a job on
it's
the
a
side.
journey.
Like,
It's a
yes.
journey. If you ain't got consistent brand deals coming, like I mean, why is you trying to shame
Right,
and
Corinne, you
have
not
people?
know you're not a
Because
you don't model. Like, what do you
she's
do?
if she's upcoming, you probably get a partnership here and there, but it ain't gonna be consistent. It's just like being an entrepreneur. Like
Exactly.
you
That's
have to do
literally
other
that's
things.
literally what it is.
But
It's
she does the
entrepreneurship.
wig brand deal. She does the wigs.
I
Oh
was
well,
about to
yeah,
say
that
I
That's
would
helps.
cool,
not
but it's like
Brenay
you
was
have to
say.
doing that
do
at
But
you
that's
have
I'm
to
not
do
not
enough
other
to
gonna
things
pay.
say
outside
But
of
that's
what
that.
not enough to pay bills.
Yeah, you have to
Like
do other
you
things
you
outside
you're
of
can't
that.
making
say
it
what
seem
her
like
bills
you're
are
like
because she stay
high.
with her mama.
right. But what I'm saying is Brenay, when she was doing things, her brand deals were wigs. But when this stuff came about, she came out, she was like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do wig deals anymore because like they've been sending me bad hair quality, da 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 da. No, you done put yourself in some mess and they unsponsored you behind you. They don't want no
Oh
business.
yeah, that's
Mhm.
the thing too. If
They be quick to
they don't
pull
like what
out.
you doing on your page, yeah, they can end
But
that
it could be the
partnership real quick.
simplest thing. Like if you cut the wig, they don't like it, you're not getting paid. So it's like, yeah, it's a if you have the support and
Hmm.
the fan base, all go for it, girl. Sit at home and be an entrepreneur. But
I
you're
ain't gonna
sitting
lie,
at
but
your
the way
mother's
Corinne lay her
house.
wig,
But don't look down on nobody else. But I was gonna say, I don't feel like nothing wrong if you being productive. If you at your parents' house, you need to be being productive. You know,
That
just
that's
be.
that's
And
my
she
only
You
could
know what I'm
point.
saying?
Like,
possibly
cause
be
Don't
even
just be
me,
being
saving.
there
I don't
leeching
have
off on them,
kids.
and you know you grown. You could be doing something to help them.
That's my only point because I don't have kids, but I know if my kid is struggling, I don't give a fuck if you almost 30. You can come home, but it's like don't just sit here. Like, what you finna be doing?
Yo,
But
shit,
I
and
saw
then
something. If she telling them like if they on the person like she's this content creator now, okay, cool. But still get up and do something.
Yeah,
But
like you don't
I
post no
saw.
accomplishments, like no milestones. You just self-absorbed in this shit going on with Akira. But if you ain't got nothing to do with it, then what is your day-to-day life as Corinne? Like, who are you?
So I saw somebody talking about like content. They feel like so much fatigue from content creators and stuff like that. So I'm wondering like do we open a conversation talking about like people having a desire to be a content creator but having no ambition outside of that? Because I don't think, to somebody else's point, it might not be as consistent. And maybe there's some content creators. I saw one girl put in a chat that she got a new car and an apartment about from being a content creator. But like, maybe
He
let's talk
said
about
from
that.
wig deals.
Or
I
wig
mean, it's
deals.
all
But
about. I
like
think it's all
Tanaya
about
was saying, it's
your.
consistency.
I think it's all
It's
about your brand, your
consistency.
likability to brands. If it's going to be consistent,
And
I feel like it's
that.
going to go off
But
your
see,
followers. But
Yeah,
what
if
you can do for
if
them,
you have a personable personality and you're
uh
dope
huh.
and you're
right.
fly and you're
But that's
fun, of
why
course. But
that's
for
why
being Brenay and her
Like
Peaches.
if
sister,
you're not a likable person, you still can get deals. Just ain't gonna be consistent. But overall, likable or not, you still need other avenues because
But
it
see,
it
that's
has its
why
times where it slow down as well.
that's
So
why Peaches is
right?
making money because she sit there. She's like, there's a lot of people. Content creating, internet's big. Everybody's you just gotta find your way. What way? How can I make money? That's why Peaches decided to come out with her little her book to tell you how to become a content creator. You gotta
Oh,
find
I
out what
think
you really
that
like.
Peach McIntyre, I love her content. Yeah,
You gotta know
Peach,
what you
like,
wanna do. You gotta brainstorm for yourself.
and that's my thing with Corinne. What is your niche outside of being in this drama filled ass fucking affair that your sister got going on? Who are you outside of? Oh, I used to deal with Tim before Brenay. Like, what? Who are you? Like, I don't be seeing her doing any
Are
wig
you only known
deals.
for a nigga you fuck?
Like, that's
Do
what
you
I'm
have
So
saying.
any?
I have a question too. When it comes down to, I was in another live and she was kind of humanizing Brenay. So do you guys think that maybe the mom, right, may have favored the sister and maybe even enable Corinne, and then Brenay maybe feels like she has had to like always work twice as hard to earn
Yeah, because
Listen,
I
that
heard
He
that
chance.
did.
Corinne was the favorite. I'm not gonna
He
lie,
did.
I
Yeah.
did.
listen.
I
So
Every
heard
woman,
that.
that's
every woman in this live know because we all some girls, so we all can say, well, for the women, y'all all know for a fact that the way you was raised, your upbringing, the parental guide or what do you call it, that figure that you have, who you look up to, that's an exact spitting image of who you are. I act just like my daddy, but I'm my mama daughter, and I can't deny that. That girl went through some shit with her upbringing, and that's why she's so vindictive and
Both of them
envious
though.
and hateful and spiteful, and she don't know how to have a loving. What do you call it? She don't have I don't know how to say it. If you want me to be real, I don't see a loving heart on that girl because I couldn't do somebody like that, and I don't care
I
what
have
type of
no
image I'm trying to
remorse.
put, but at least not have some
She
type of
has
like, I'm
no
trying to reach out.
empathy at all. She has
Something.
no
She don't have none of
empathy.
that, and it's because how she was raised.
Yeah, she
I
has no
remember it took a
empathy, none of
while.
that.
And Brenay used to do like makeup and like she used to have long nails. It was just like
Her
different
content
back in
was
the
so wholesome. That was her niche. I think that's what you were saying, Sagittarius. Like, what are their niches? Brenay
yeah,
had a
she used to,
niche.
but
Like,
she was
She
also
did.
not that like she wasn't engaging with her like chat too much though. She kind of was like a little standoffish, just a little bit, but like she did have her own little like makeup thing and her long nails, like these with a lot of charms, and she I
I
don't know.
remember that's when she first blew up, and I was like, okay, girl.
That's only
Yeah,
Like,
and she
about
was
who she
cool,
was.
but I don't
I
know.
would personally never get nails like that, but I always thought that was so interesting that she would. And I thought her nails were cute. Like,
Yeah, me too.
I
That's
just,
But
I
a
don't
skill
know.
set to do them long old nails.
Girl, I just wiping my butt. I don't know. I don't know.
So what do y'all think? Where do y'all think the jury's mind is after today?
That's a
Oh,
good question. With that lady walking out, I don't know, because I know there's a lot of mixed emotions, and especially with the girl up top making such an unbiased opinion earlier. It could be. I don't know,
She
because she
walked
just
out on the
opened a
first day.
He
whole.
said it. It's on
That's
That
replay.
like
juror
her
walked out on the first
perspective.
day.
I can see. Her perspective. I see it. If she had a support like attorneys, they could have a better argument. Like yeah. I don't know.
She
The
walked out
case,
on the first day. You know that, right?
yeah, the
right.
case
She
could
walked out
be
on the first day.
argued if Brenay had legal representation. Like it would be an interesting case if she
It would
had
be
legal
way more
representation.
interesting
But
if they
like,
both had a team. Yeah.
yeah, but the thing is that Brenay is trying to represent herself, and unfortunately, like if you can stand up there and try to excuse your behavior and
Hey, not to
you know,
interrupt you, you sound like Clarissa. I kept trying to put my finger on. I'm
He
like, you
does.
sound
Oh
like
my
Blueface
god. You know
mama.
what she's talking about? Blueface baby mama.
Yes, I'm like, damn, you sound just like that lady. But I'm sorry.
But I
I don't
love her
even know who that
demeanor though,
is.
like, and then like her perspective, like I just now I'm thinking, like I love conversations that make me put my thinking cap on. Like I don't know,
It
Well,
just
welcome to my
ultimately,
panel. That's what happens over here.
I love it
I love
because
it. The
I just
substance in the live
it's
is
a lot of
amazing.
substance in here. Like I like it.
and it's
Well,
respectful too.
do
Life
you guys
conversation.
think Tim is gonna look at Brenay a little differently? Like, I want to be a fly on the wall at their house, cause
Girl,
Tim
like
Tim
what do y'all
falling
talk about
out.
when y'all go home?
She's a
No,
very, she
because
wanted to go to jail.
think about it. I feel like what a man do to what a man do to a woman, we're forced to like accept it. Like, I'm a man, I cheat, da 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 da. But to know that Brenay slept with Devin first, and then Tim pulls up, she ain't shot with nothing, then go then go on to Tim. Like, I don't even think Tim knew that she slept with Devin that night, that day.
Like,
I
yeah,
think
I was
yeah.
no, I
thinking
think
that
Tim
like
knew
before
that.
everyone found out, you still had to have been sleeping with the both of them. Like I don't know, as a girl, like you didn't feel like you didn't fear getting yeasty. Like I don't know, I don't
I
know.
think that's why
No,
she
Tim
kept
knew
getting
she was a
yeasty.
hoe. I thought he knew she was a hoe. Ain't that's why he told Devin to sleep with her?
That is true. That is true. But I feel like Devin probably thought he turned the hoe into a housewife. Like, no, she wouldn't do me like that, and she did.
Yeah, dirty.
You
I
thinking a
think
girl
that
that you
Tim
paying
is
all her
strongly
bills, you're
driven by
loving on
money.
her, like you're not thinking nothing of it, and boom. Or
See,
because you didn't want to be a
And you know
TikTok
what's
model.
she's
crazy?
a
I
money.
think it's sad that Tim forced that girl to buy that brand new car just to try to one up a kid. Like, because what?
Yeah, you're finna go broke trying to
Why
one up
would
the
you
next
buy a
girl.
brand new?
Like,
Excuse me. Why would you lease a brand new car knowing damn well you got this settlement from
right
somewhere?
correction.
Correction.
Because we were just
I
talking
think
about that. I don't think Brenay has money like that. I don't. I think she can survive, but
She
it's
don't own.
like,
She don't own a house. She
mm-mm.
rents out a townhouse.
she
Okay.
Are
don't have.
y'all doing the math? Hold
I
on.
think that
Can I
I
help y'all
honestly
right
can I
quick?
say something because
Hold
she's
on.
not only on TikTok. Brene's on multiple
Yes.
platforms.
No,
Like
Let's
I'm
count.
not gonna
so,
lie. I just
And then
recently
if
added
she's
her
suing,
on Snapchat.
yeah,
Y'all
and
gotta
if
count.
and
on
if she's
Snapchat,
suing
she
her for
makes a bag
2 million,
on there. Like her bag is more on Snapchat. If you notice, she'll
Hello.
go without posting on TikTok
She's not
Well, I
hurting for
because
noticed that a
money.
lot of influencers are merging to Snapchat, so maybe the influencer benefits there are better because they are on Snapchat.
They
and you
probably
got to
think
think
it's
she
Yep,
less
and
has
she
money.
social
got that
It's
media.
less
gold
money.
star on Snapchat, and she got that and she has ads.
if
So
Akira
she is
is
And
getting
she
over
also has
1,500 a day off top, just
if
off of
Akira
Snapchat.
if Akira is suing for $2 million, her lawyer must have like they must if something in the discovery must have shown them that she is able to pay that money. She
Yeah.
can't just throw
Yeah,
a
So
random
because
it's
number
think
out there
about
put
it.
it
If
like
if they
this.
knew Brenay was broke, do you
for her
think that
money.
a lawyer
No,
would have
you
even
gotta
picked
listen.
up Akira's case?
You gotta understand. You gotta understand, right? Put it like this. Every one of us could be a millionaire if we really knew how to spend our money. You get what I'm saying? If we ain't
Hello.
have much to do and we save the way we supposed to save our money and send it somewhere else, I think, yeah, we could be a millionaire, but we always find something to buy. We always find something to do. We always got a bill to pay.
Well,
Bernay,
I disagree with that part because, like, getting to your first, like, especially like in business, let's call content creation a business. Like, in order to get to that first 100,000 and then the 10x to that first million, that shit hard. That shit is
You have
not
to
as
have
easy as people
financial
think it is.
literacy, and a lot of
it's
people
not
don't
as
have
easy.
financial literacy.
But say right, you sit there and in one platform you make 10,000, another platform you make 20, another platform you make something. So you sit there and you have an account. You're like, you know what, this one's just for this platform. You don't touch that account at all, and you just let it accumulate. That thing could accumulate to 2 million in no time. It's how you spend your money. It's not
And
what
in her defense, I would say
she
Brene is
shops at
not
a thrift
broke.
store.
I would not say she's broke. I would say she might be portraying broke to y'all,
Yeah,
but Brene is not fucking broke. She
Renee's
has
not broke.
Instagram, she has Snapchat, she has YouTube, she has TikTok.
Yeah, she's not Brene's.
TikTok, she has 3 channels alone.
Yep, Brene's not
Snapchat,
broke.
she has 2.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know how many YouTube she got because I don't follow them. But
YouTube,
if
she
you're
got two.
counting
and you're steady multiplying, whatever number robbing them came up with and whatever number the court come up with is something, whatever they feel like you can pay, or you will originally, oh, not how you say it, or you will eventually
I
make.
feel like they're gonna make her cut a check. So put it like this. All right,
It's the same.
you're gonna pay 300,000 now, because that's what you can afford. So she's
Yeah,
gonna get
yeah.
300,000 lump sum, and then after that she gotta pay in increments, and she got a certain
Like
amount
a
a
Because
month
it's
to
it's the
pay.
payment.
same
Yeah,
kind of
that's
it's the
what I thought.
same
Cause she
kind of
don't got 2 million up front.
No. It's called victim
Right.
it's the same
restitution.
kind of
You're gonna
thing
have to
with
pay
Even if
it's
you
the
do
same
got
kind
that
of
up front, nobody pays that up front
Yeah, they
ever.
pay. So look, it's like this: when you catch a charge, right, and you go to court, and they give you court fees and all that. And victims restitution is included in court fees. So what they make you pay off, like when I got put on probation, I had to pay a lump sum. I had to give them almost $7,000 right then and there when I'm going on probation. Then all these fees and stuff. Then I have to pay monthly until I've paid off, which I've paid everything off now. But that's in the recent month or two. But think about how long it takes to pay off some petty charges. She got big shit.
$2 million.
So they're gonna make her
You got a
give at least
so
payment
it's the same
plan for
thing.
2 mil.
It's the same thing with Tasha K. It's the same thing
Yep.
with Tasha K and Cardi B. Like that $4 million. She not Bree or Tasha K. I don't believe have 4 million 4 million, 2 million liquid. But like
No,
over
no.
time they're gonna get their money. They're gonna get their money.
But the judge, in this case, though, I think the judge actually sets the amount, even though she sued for $2 million. It is. I think if they see she has a valid case and they say, okay, yeah, she's guilty, I think
No,
the
but
judge is
hold
going to
on,
set
wait
the
a
amount.
second
No,
now.
that I didn't know.
Hold on, wait a second now, because remember, Nicki Minaj is getting sued too by her bodyguard from when her husband done knocked him out. Now they going after
I
Nicki
heard about
Minaj's house.
that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
her
because she
husband
don't want to
moved
pay.
out of New York.
Because she
Yeah,
don't want to pay.
So they
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
after her
So
assets
the
now.
question
they can prove that Nikki
so the
has money
question
though.
is what assets so the question is what assets do Bree have, because
Exactly.
apartments and stuff
She
ain't
just
gonna
bought
give
a
you.
house
Exactly. That's the perfect
2024.
question.
She
You say
just
she
bought a
just bought a
house and
Does she
house?
she
have more
just bought a
No,
liability, or
car.
that's
does she have
not her
Okay.
equity?
house. That house is
Yeah.
still it's not her house. It's
If
somebody
she's
else. She's
renting.
renting.
And
Yo,
she lives with her mother. Is that money that she's making in
no,
her mother's
Corinne lives
account,
with her
or is it in
mom.
her account?
Corinne lives with her mom. She
Corinne
only
lives
lives
Yeah,
with
with
no,
her
her
this is
mom.
mom.
this is Brenay that we're talking Exactly, but about. Renee's still her child. So
I
the
know
money.
that, but
I'm saying, but Renee
Renee
can
does
still
not
is
live
still
with her
her child.
mother.
You never know if she's not having her mother hold her bread. Is what I'm trying to explain to you.
Oh yeah, like someone said in the comments, Tasha
Nah,
K
the
was
way
using her
Brenay
money.
set up, nah, I don't think so. I think Brenay would
True.
let Tim hold that money before she
You
let her
right.
mama hold that money.
You right about that. You might
You
just
know
be
She
that.
right.
don't like her mama for real.
Let
She
me
don't
let
like
me
her
just
mother.
let me just say this.
Mm-mm.
Renee's mom was doing her taxes, and everything everything that was reported on her taxes was not legit. Hiding
Oh,
money,
she gonna
not.
owe the IRS.
Oh Lord.
Oh, they snapping now. Because you know they use the way they calculate your income is they take your last 3 years of tax returns, and that's how they figure out what type of income you usually bring in on the loan. So that's also something that they would incorporate. So if she did
So
fraudulent
that's
tax
probably
returns, that's why
why.
they're charging
Do you
her. That's
think?
why she's taking her to court for that money.
Because they think
My
according to
my
the
question
papers
is,
that she make
do
a
you
lot.
think? Do you think
Ooh.
Renee was reporting all her income
No.
on her taxes?
Who would? You think she reported her cash out transactions where everybody was sending her money and shit?
She
Come
was
on
fine.
now, I got 25 and some change, 25,000 some change on the tax on a 1099 for cash out. That's for a half a year, and I'm a regular motherfucker. That bitch get way more money than that. You know for a fact she did not claim that on her taxes.
So Renee was sitting up there posting everything or whatever. She just opened up a
Hey, we got
A
uh,
worm,
book sale on herself. She
literally.
created her own storm.
Is she finna get tax evasion charges if they really investigate this after that? Oh, she done for.
That's why you don't play with the kids.
And her husband would know that.
But that just goes back to financial literacy and all of that. I feel like, especially with scamming with the IRS, you're looking for a quick come up.
Now, what if?
She don't got
Here's
money.
another question, and my questions. I'm just being devil's advocate and asking these questions. What if the jury finds him not guilty?
I think that's a possibility. I don't, And then I don't think she's gonna get $2 million because the judge is the one that sets the actual what is actually gonna be owed. I don't think she's gonna get $2 million. And I think Brenay at this point with all the backlash, it would be absolutely idiotic for her not to go try to get some type of counsel at this point. So
Yeah. And that's why I feel like they're trying to do the mistrial. If it's true that Tim's
It's too
sister
late.
was recording, you think it's too late?
Yeah, because they got to make their decision about
To get counsel, hell yeah. You talking about to get counsel for her to come represent her within this trial?
Monday is
It's
the
too
wrap
late.
up of it. It's too late.
Oh,
Monday is the
But
wrap
if
up.
she get a
Monday is the wrap up.
mistrial
That's
and
what
she
they
want
said.
to run it back again, then yeah. But
Wait,
for this
so when
trial,
did-
absolutely.
Going for the
so when it's a
They too
mistrial,
far
they
in
have
it.
to do the whole thing
All
over
over
again.
again. Yeah, they have to reopen
Oh,
the
I didn't know
investigation.
that.
And also too, I heard that Akira got the best of the lawyers, and her mama's a lawyer.
Yup, an attorney. So I don't know if this lady don't win, we will never hear the end of Brenay. She's gonna be on this internet. I told
Eating
y'all.
down. She's gonna eat down on
I
everybody.
told
That's gonna be a
y'all.
bite she get paid for forever. But God ain't gonna do it like that.
I'm gonna say
gotta
you
go out
told
with
me, girl.
somebody.
You sure
Renee
told
is
me.
not out of the woods yet, y'all. Renee is not out of the woods. She got that stalking charge, that cyber stalking charge, on December the 9th.
But that's
Yeah, we
she
were talking
now.
about that
Akira is going to
earlier.
win that by a landslide. So there is
She's
no.
already found guilty on that.
Didn't they
Yeah.
say that? Didn't they say that they found it traced back to her or some shit?
Yeah, her fake account. Yeah, so they have solid evidence that she be like cyberbullying, basically.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. No,
That's
she's
against the
going to
law
win
to me.
without a
She
landslide.
really
Whatever
breaking all
Renee
type of
has
laws.
said, it ain't nothing but a big fat lie. She just got caught up in her lying lies. That liar.
Yeah, I think Akira's going to win, but she's not going to win $2 million. Like because the emotional stress on her and the kids and stuff like that. I think that accounts for something, but I don't think she's going to get $2 million.
I mean,
Well,
yeah, it ain't like
they
somebody
may get
died.
more than $2 million. They may just award the children money because the fact is that her son he has acting out behavior.
Yeah, she's gonna. She'll.
He was in
You
school.
don't.
This is public. Like you,
We
them
don't
shit can't
know.
be for him.
We all don't know what the verdict is going to be.
I don't think they're gonna award her up to $2 million. I don't think she has $2 million worth of damages. I hate to say it like that, but I don't. But I do think she's going to get something. $100,000 or $200,000 is still quite a bit of money for
You do know she's blaming her for
infidelity.
the miscarriage.
Yeah, and stuff like that, like the emotional toll that this has taken on her and how public it is, and then the emotional toll on the kids. I think she will get something. I will be quite surprised if they even gave her $1 million, let alone two. You know what I mean?
But let me
But
So
tell
you
you,
think they wouldn't price a baby life over that?
So at the end of the day, it's exploitation.
but
Oh yeah,
I
child
look at it like that because at the end of the day, she's making it seem like this is a friend thing. She's making money off TikTok. She has Akira on TikTok with her, video recording, making it seem like it's happy go lucky while she has other intentions. So at the end of the day, that's exploitation on top of alienation. I feel like she has the case, and I feel like she's gonna get a whole lot of money. And I
but
think it's more than $100,000. I think it's.
$100,000 is quite a
I
bit
wouldn't
of
be
money
surprised if they
for
make her give her $1 million.
$100,000, even $500,000 is quite a bit of money for the case itself. But $2
I think
million, $1 million,
I think it's
unless the
1
judge
million in
wants to
this
make
day. It's 2025. 1 million
unless
in these days.
unless the judge wants to make an example out of
Example out
Brenay
of these
because of
TikTok
the
people. Yeah.
cyberbullying and all the other factors, maybe.
Cause you
But
gotta
I
think
do
about it.
think
Listen, she not lying because a judge would think about it like this. It's on social media platforms that children look at. This is gonna be an example set to kids that bully other kids. That yes, you can go to jail for cyberbullying. This is gonna set a tone that hasn't been set in years. Remember the DARE program, the no bullying, the no drug, like all that stuff was so big, and now it's all about cheating, infidelity, who I can scam to get over
It's
on
such
who.
the norm
It's
now.
such a norm that these judges, you gotta think
It's
about these
normal to
people.
have a burner account and stalk your current boyfriend's ex. Like, girl,
Yeah,
why
like,
is that
why are you
normal?
doing that?
Like
Yeah.
the homegirls I had that acted like that, I'm like, why are you?
Yeah.
If they
yeah,
be
and-
taken to jail, oh, they was stopped.
Yeah, and so I think and honestly, I think that's the reason why Akira will even get money in this case because of like the judge might make a decision. But I highly doubt she's gonna get millions. Like I just don't see that. And somebody put it in the chat. Fantasia had lawyers and stuff, and she paid $100K. So I do think that Akira might get some money. I don't think she's gonna get 2 million. I don't think she's gonna get
Mahogany,
a
let me
million,
ask you
but
this.
she's gonna get
Let me
some
ask you
money.
this, Mahogany. Let me ask you this. Are you a law student or
I should go to law school, but no, I'm not.
but what I'm saying is that
Like
you
the unbiased,
you
like
really don't
like I
you
love
really don't
it.
know that to whereas her attorneys, they got a good ass shot to get this girl when she's asking for custody.
No, but in the state of, but in the, when you think about law, right now, I'm not a law student and I'm not a lawyer or anything like that. But this is, it's always been an interest of mine. You have to prove you, like in this situation, you have to show that there's $2 million worth of damages here, right? Now take emotion out of it. We all know cheating can hurt and it's detrimental, and we know the impact to the kids. But objectively speaking, I just don't see, it's not, I just don't see that. I do see maybe 20, maybe I honestly see maybe 50K dependent, because Brenay has been able to make money off of this and all these different things. The impact to the kids, the therapy, the emotional toll. That's why I do think she's going to get something, but I don't know if she's going to get 1 million and 2 million. I think once we get up to those numbers, I think it crosses the line of, like somebody said. Well, I don't think they said exploitation about for Akira, but I do think that would be exploitation, and that's why I don't think that they're going to give her that much. Now, I'm not saying she's what she experienced was not worth compensation. It is, but you have to really think, do you guys honestly think that she deserves 1 million or $2 million for all of this
Yes.
stuff that's going
I
on?
think
But
she
why?
Like,
deserved
can I
whatever
explain
price she
what
said.
Can
exploitation?
I say, hey
Can
y'all,
you
how
please
y'all doing?
but
explain why I said
logically, hold
Say
exploitation?
on,
again what you
Real
say.
quick,
but
Hold
please.
on, y'all.
take emotion out of it.
There's no
Logically, but
emotion.
see,
When do you
this.
not know how much Peach McIntyre makes a month off of Facebook, off of her family? That's
Listen,
20,000. So I'm just putting out numbers. I'm
okay, I'm
just
not talking about.
speculating.
I'm not listening to what I'm
So when
saying
I
though.
say exploitation on Akira's part, I'm saying it based on the amount of money, which I don't know how much Brenay brings in monthly, but I'm just saying from these different platforms, whether it could be 5 to 20K a month. Now we can tally that up in 12 months, how much that makes in a year. So yes,
Okay,
technically
so here,
she
let
could
me
she could
listen.
sue her for 1 million or more.
But listen,
Why not?
let me finish my question before y'all cut me off. I'm saying, giving the facts of the case, like what actually occurred towards Akira. Do you honestly think that the facts, so the cheating, the emotional distress that the cheating caused, the miscarriage, the children being impacted, do you honestly think
So
that?
I'm finna give you my unbiased, honest to God opinion.
Can she
I feel
finish?
like she could get that money for this reason. For multiple, there's a multitude of reasons why.
She didn't finish the damn question.
It's okay. I think she knew where I was going. Where I'm
Yeah,
saying, do you
it's
honestly think
basically
it was
saying
worth?
like with everything that they done had going on in the case, with all the facts being presented, you got to think about it. That girl lost her baby. There's nothing that can replace a child. So her being that stressed out to where she miscarried
Employment.
And that and her employment.
and her employment, then you got to think about the embarrassment, like moving your kids' schools. You got to get out your house because that house remind you of everything you did with the man you was married to for this long. There's so much stuff they could rack up and say that they could charge to the game, as you would say. Yeah.
I feel like it's worth whatever she deemed fit. And she said 2 million.
Yeah, I was
So
gonna
she
say
get the
that.
2 million.
So let's also add this factor into it, because we all have heard the statement, innocent until proven guilty. Do you really, without a shadow of a doubt, do you think that Akira has proven that Brenay was the cause of the miscarriage, that Brenay was the cause of
Yes.
the marriage falling
Yeah.
apart? But why?
Before,
Can I say something?
can I say something? I didn't
Especially
get a
if
chance to say something. So before a lawyer even takes your case or you sue somebody, they sit down with you and go over evidence and make sure that you have all the evidence before they embarrass their own self in court in their law firm. So before they get to the table to get in court, they need to make sure that they got evidence to prove for them to win. Because no lawyer wants to go to court and not lose. So in order for them to take that case, they had to see that she has $2 million worth of damage. On our part, it may not look like it because we on the outside looking in. We only know what we see. But before they even get to the courtroom, baby, they going over this evidence to make sure that they could take your trial. No lawyer. That's why the Bernice, whatever her name is, up there defending herself. Cause girl, you look like a fool. They know you probably was gonna lose. Don't nobody want to take that case.
Well, that's
So
not
they have to
intentional.
sit up there. They have to sit up there before they even get to the courtroom. They have to make sure that they have a lot of evidence. We on the outside looking in. We only know what we see on TikTok, but I feel like a kid, like from what I've seen over the years, Brenay been taunting that girl, been online every day on TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube, doing shit behind her back. And also she was her friend before. And who knows how long she was her friend before this even got to TikTok. Like they've been knowing each other for a minute. Since like high school days, college days, so we don't know how long.
So y'all been hunting for years.
Yeah,
but let me also challenge that. So you do a consultation with a lawyer while you talk about the case, but a lot of the evidence and stuff is not given until they're in discovery, right? That's when the evidence and stuff is usually packed on. So that's not entirely accurate. And if somebody in the comments saying legal beagle, like I'm always open to, getting a feedback or somebody telling me something that's out of what I understand. So
I understand about evidence, but they have to have some type of information to go forward to sue for that amount of money. Like nobody in that case, we all could just sue people for $2-3 million because
Robin charges $50,000.
I feel like suing I could sue anybody because I feel like it because the wind blow. Well,
No, they get word of mouth because Brenay and Akira were best friends, so we don't know the amount of money that that Brenay disclosed to Akira that she makes from these different platforms.
Okay, but this is the thing though. When it comes down
Brenay Ben had a platform though. I don't know if y'all knew that, but I don't know if people knew that, but Brenay Ben had a platform before all this drama. Before she got with Tim, like her and Devin had a platform.
We know this. That's what we're saying. So the money is there. That's what we're saying.
So, but no, what she was talking about was the evidence collected for them to pick up the case, and that's what I was gonna say. When you get a court case and you talk to your lawyer, the first meeting with the lawyer, once they decide to pick up your case, you have to provide them with everything you have. I'm talking about text messages, phone calls, videos, any and everything that you have. They have to know, even the shit that you don't tell, that you wouldn't tell somebody else. You have to inform your lawyer of everything because if it ever get brought up on the stand, they need to be able to rebuttal. So when she said that, I'm like, nah, they have all the evidence. That's why they picked up the case because they know they can win.
That's why they picked up the case in the first place.
Right.
Yeah. And she won't. Robin herself, she's charging $50,000. So why would I say I'm going to get you back $100,000 when I want 50? That's crazy.
Right.
So you do not have to turn over all the evidence before a lawyer speaks to you and things like that. You have to go. You do a consultation with them.
Yeah, you do the consultation to explain your side. So verbatim in a car accident, you tell them, okay, this person pulled out in front of me. They hit me on the right hand side. I was going 45 miles an hour. My light was green, theirs was red. They turned in the intersection. This is everything you tell them before, and then they be like, okay, well, we believe you have a convincing case. Can you provide us with this documentation, and we'll meet up on this day in person, and then we'll do a deposition and break down everything you've provided me. From there, we're going to go ahead and send it to the judicial system, and then they can see if the state will take you up on your case.
Or every day, not to mention,
they don't want to win.
Not to mention, she made it her business to include Akira and Tim in the content.
But
she didn't have to do that.
Evidence can only get collected unless there's an attorney-client agreement and a retainer, not before. So that means that the attorney has to accept the case before.
They have to accept the case. That's what I said.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying that you give up the evidence before.
Oh, no. You
consult with them first. The case, and then they're gonna ask you for more evidence.
Correct.
Yeah. But I feel like Akira. I feel like if you've been watching this from the beginning, all like with Bernice taunting her and doing all that, talking about Akira, like, girl, you was in this lady home. She been building up a case, and her mama a lawyer. Her mama probably told her to play it cool. Yeah, we finna build up this.
I said that.
Yes, we can. Your mama is
knew that they had that shit going on.
You was in this girl house. You had your granny. Like, it's so much
exactly.
stuff. Like,
when they came and they had to get involved with Brenay, big ass
with kids and everything. Like, that lady was on Bernice was on TikTok every day, like just saying little stuff about that lady.
She
Now,
was
now, so
antagonizing
You
her.
gotta
you want
think
a
about it though,
17
y'all.
kill for
This is
her?
what
Like,
nobody's getting
yeah.
at. Bernice got a mama that ain't shit. Akira got a mom that is the shit. Do you see the difference? And women,
Yes.
look at the stature.
How? Like, but didn't she just say a woman is
A
you
woman
can
is who she was raised by, and that's why Akira handled
prime
it like a woman,
example?
because she got a real woman for a mother, and you got grimy Bernice that don't know what to do.
But that's what
She was raised
happens
by
when
grimy
you're
Bernice.
raised by a wife and not a side chick. I'm not gonna lie. Brenay mama gives side chick bag.
Can I say something?
Yeah, that's true.
I heard that Renee mom used to mess with the pastor and
Mm-hmm.
go to the church, so it would make
And
sense. And then as far as like Akira having enough proof, her like having a miscarriage is enough proof right then and there, because for the stress to be so bad that your baby is feeling that, like that's more than enough right there.
And she lived with that lady not once but twice. So you telling me all that time that you lived with her, you don't think Akira connected
But
evidence
don't but
on her?
but don't you guys think that hurts Akira case, because you knew that this affair was going on and you still stayed? So how can
No,
you literally like point
no,
at,
no,
No.
because Akira was family oriented. She wanted to work it out with her
so
family.
but here's the
Tim
thing,
wanted
was
to
And
work
she
it
she
out,
also
so
believes
both
her
parties
husband
want to work
because
it
when
out.
she stayed with
Hold on,
her,
y'all. Hold
when
on, hold on. Let me
when
just say this. Mahogany. She took a vow with that man.
listen, take the
That was her husband. No,
take
no,
the
no, no, no,
emotion
no,
out
no,
of it.
no.
I'm talking
Listen,
about
listen.
the case itself. I'm
No,
not talking
listen.
about morally right or wrong. No, like what
You
I'm
said
asking.
that. Why did she stay? She
No,
took a vow
no,
with
that's not what
her
I. No, no.
husband.
Listen to me. That's not what I asked. What I asked was, don't you think her staying and sitting around collecting evidence hurts her case? That's what I asked.
I don't like the reason I said that she could have been collecting evidence is because she lived with her, but also looking at looking from what Akira was saying and her going live and online watching the case, she believed what her husband said. So if you asking your husband and your husband saying, well, you in the back of your mind, you know something going on. You know something going on, but you believe your man. He telling you he not sleeping with this girl, they not cheating, they just friends. Also, this is your husband's cousins. Like she's married to your husband cousin. This is your friend. So you believe it and they all play to your face. People play in people's face every day and they don't see it until you wake up. You be like, dang, they been playing in my face for years.
But
She just didn't see it because she was in love with her
But
husband.
no,
but
she
she's
told no, no.
suing
Listen,
him.
listen. She said she seen it. That's when she said when she peeped, she started questioning him. She said when she
Yeah,
questioned
she
him and
started
his moves
questioning
didn't make
him.
sense. She said she started recording and she hid cameras in her house.
Hmm.
That girl never played dumb. She got her evidence and got from around him and divorced that man, and she should. And then when she continued to be taunted, she said, "You know what? Since you want to take it a step further, let me take it 10 notches further, and I'm going to take you
Then
to."
she want to be
We
funny.
said
I'm
that
done.
earlier. I feel
So
like
let me
Can I answer
so
the question? I don't think that the recording the evidence, because at the end of the day, it might not have been evidence at the time. She divorced
Yeah,
him. So at the end of the day, she could have been recording all of that for the divorce. And then
yeah.
happened to realize that within the timeline of things that none of this would have happened if, you know,
Brenay didn't take
Renee
it to
wasn't
the
around.
huh?
okay,
Yeah.
so let me just summarize a couple of facts here, right?
And that's not
So
emotion, that's just fact for
I know,
me.
I hear you, I hear you. What I'm saying is that they base what we're hearing is that Brenay and Tim was messing around at the house with Devon, and they came up with this lie that Devon bucked up at Brenay, which is why she stayed with them for 2 weeks, right? Then we go to that she started, for the 2 weeks. That's when Akira started picking up that there's more to this situation. They are having intercourse and things like that. So she started to record and all these different things, right? And then and then Akira was fighting for her marriage, right? So if we think about annihilation of affection, it is literally proven that Brenay was the main cause for the relationship falling apart. So when we say things like, well, she knew, she kind of suspected the affair was going on, especially then you have the divine testimony coming in that they were already sleeping together and they came up with this lie. With all that information, do you really believe that that evidence helps Akira case? Because, and here's my perspective on it, is that can be, I don't know, because of the fact that if you knew what was going on or you suspected what was going on, Devon knew what was going on, and you recorded, but you still fought for the marriage. Was that the real reason that you fought? The real reason that you left was because of Brenay, or was the reason that you're suing her today is because she taunted you after it? That would be my question. Because it seems like that Akira wanted to stay for the marriage. She wanted her husband. She fought for her man, even though he was having an affair. But now you're suing and said the reason that your man moved on with this other woman was because she was the main cause of that. Like
That is true.
I don't
That
know.
is true. Then
But
you not
Muhammad,
lying. I'm
you
with you when
have
you right.
another
She
case.
didn't want that girl. She didn't want no money out of her until she got taunted. That's fact. But she did collect evidence because they were going to get a divorce. And when you get the divorce, the reason behind it is because what? He was cheating. So she needed proof in order to cut
I
Yeah,
that.
think
because
the
she was getting a divorce
alienation.
anyway,
No, because she could
Bernice was
argue.
on.
Because even if Brenay had even if she had legal counsel, she could argue that she thought the alienation was coming from financial hardship because she already testified to that. She testified to the fact that
Yeah.
they were having financial hardship and they were struggling, which is why he had cheated previously. And she never said he was a serial cheater, which you had mentioned previously. She never mentioned that. She mentioned one point of infidelity. And then, and even when he came, and they had plans, they had plans, and he was still being affectionate. He was still being affectionate, but in turns being cold. Could that be due to financial difficulties? Because because you have to understand cross examination.
Yeah.
Because if Brenay had counsel, there
Yeah.
would be a whole lot of cross examination going on, and
Yeah.
there's not.
And that
Brenay
was
did
Brenay
say
doesn't know
that
what
she
the hell
actually
she's
was
doing.
abused episode.
exactly.
She
And
should
this
have
is what
got
I'm
her
saying, that
counsel. She
Akira's
should have
going to
got her
win off
counsel.
of technicality because Brenay doesn't have effective counsel. But if she had effective counsel, she definitely would have
You have a
a
fighting chance
argument
or
against
something.
it.
Renee would have
Right.
lost
It would be
either
a way
way,
better
even if she didn't
argument.
have counsel,
Exactly.
because you broke up that marriage.
No, but
Right.
an alien, but it's you listen, an alienation is not about she interfered and broke up the marriage. An alienation of affection is the main cause for the relationship was ended because of this third party, and there was no, like, not necessarily wasn't other factors, but that was the main cause. If
But
he
look
had
at how
the
many
history,
videos
Right.
but
around
here's the
her like
thing:
that. That's
if
weird.
you continue to stay with this man after finding out of the affair, was that the reason that the relationship broke up? If you were willing to
She
stay,
could have stayed because she wanted her husband. She could have stayed for her
Right.
kids.
and
But
Could have
so
Muhammad,
stayed
that
for
and
anything.
You
Like,
don't get
I
it.
said
But
that.
Brenay was
some
still
people,
it's not
some
about
people
getting.
take their marriage vows seriously. Like, no matter if they cheat or not. Some people who are married don't care if it's cheating or not. Baby, you said death do us part. I don't care
Exactly.
what
I
Right.
it is.
said
Like what if
that.
the other
It
times it was
is
Like,
like
that because he was a serial cheater. I feel like
what if
Akira, like you said, she is a married woman. She probably has a very old school mom. When it comes to stuff like that, you work it out. You don't just be like, "Oh, we're
right.
getting
well,
divorced,"
Well,
and I
she
she
go on
mentioned
to
that
the.
he
If
cheated.
that's the case, they're
she
gonna
got
be
little
married
She
again like
kids.
mentioned
3-4 times.
if she
Like,
mentioned that he cheated before and she
I
took
think
him
it's
back, then
because of the fact that Brenay had. I think Brenay has known. Does Brenay know Tim longer than Akira? Do they? Do they
yes.
Yes.
have an
She
intimate
Yeah.
knows each other since
separate
high
history?
school.
Yes, exactly. And I think Brenay weaponized that. So even in weaponizing that, plus knowing that they have financial hardship, because let's not forget she paid for them to get a divorce. She facilitated the move.
twice, she
and the phone,
twice,
and the
So
apartment,
she
and the
twice.
is
Wait,
house.
wait, wait,
guilty
wait.
An
Pause.
as charged.
apartment
But
and
what do
a
you mean she
car.
paid
Wait,
twice?
hold on.
How did she facilitate the divorce if they were already separated?
She said a
She
But
made
few.
fake
that's
She
but
Tims.
no, that's what I
separated
was
because she
explaining
said
earlier.
so.
I feel like they agreed to separate amongst themselves, but they didn't bring the courts involved. So they had a personal conversation. We need time to fix our marriage and have time apart. And Tim was like, "Okay, we're separated. Well, now I want to get divorced." I feel like Akira, she was really trying to fix her
Ultimately
marriage.
Renee
Tim
But
was
was
didn't
not. Why
Brenay
would
pay
Tim?
for the apartment and pay for the divorce in January and then got the
I
apartment
think
and he didn't get the
but
divorce in
I
January?
don't know,
He
like
was
if
not gonna
y'all
leave Akira. He was not gonna leave
He
her.
I don't
wasn't.
think
She
No,
I
she
don't
left
think it
him.
was either, but I think like for on the outside looking in, knowing that they story, Bernay's sister also dated Tim when they was younger, and
Mm-hmm. We were just talking
the
about
Devin
that.
is Tim's cousin. So I just feel
No,
like at
they
the end of
not.
the
They're not blood cousins, but
they're
they
not
are
blood
really
cousin,
close
but they grew
friends.
up together.
Yeah,
They
They
are
grew up
blood
They
together.
best friends with
cousins. She
somebody
They
who
grew
said,
went
up
to school
together,
understand they're
friends,
blood
they were
whatever.
cousins.
14.
it
But
don't matter.
let me finish my statement. They all knew each other since high school. All four of them people been around each other before they met Akira. Bernice could have been wanting this man and could have did anything. We don't know what was in the back of her mind. But besides all of that, she been in their relationship and been friends with them. Like her and Devin and Akira and Tim, all of them been double dating, doing everything together. So who knows how long she been doing stuff or they been doing stuff behind their back. Like you just never know. Like you just
That's
never
what I'm
know.
saying though. It sounds like Tim was already cheating prior to Brenay coming into the home. You know what I mean?
Cheating with
And I
Corinne.
thought they was blood
And,
cousins.
and he was cheating with Corinne. That's all the more reason why my question is, why do y'all think she's gonna get $2 million, and how does this
She's not going
support
to
her
get $2
case?
million, but she's definitely going to get paid. That lady broke up once she
broke
put her
up that
foot in that
marriage.
house,
But
she
then,
was.
if we're using the logic that because Brenay slept with him, wouldn't we say Corinne was the reason she broke up the marriage? She broke up the marriage
There's no
too.
financial gain with
Corinne,
Corinne.
I don't think
Financial
Corinne
gain
did
is, I think,
Corinne
the
sleep with
reason
him
why.
doing when they was married.
The finances was one of the main reasons for their strain in the first place.
So that means, so in annihilation of affection, that means that you have to, that what it's saying is that you have to show that Brenay was the main cause for the relationship breaking up.
And she
And
was.
that's what
It
they're
was.
showing, I
And
feel like.
hear me out.
Tim
She
is
is the
definitely
main
the friend.
cause because if they were willing to work it out, regardless of, you have to understand, I understand your standpoint in the legal aspect. I get what you're saying, but you have to understand, Akira is blindsided. She doesn't know that Akira is that Brenay is at her marital home doing X, Y, and Z. She doesn't know any of this. So now, regardless of whatever's going on in their marriage, right? If they're willing to work it out, and then all of a sudden she helps a friend out, her best friend at that, and she moves her in, and now all of a sudden, oh, it's getting weird. It's getting really weird. And she's collecting evidence to get a divorce.
Because
And
for
mind you,
years,
this man has
Bernice
no
act
money.
like she
So
was
now
her
she's
friend.
exactly. This is her best friend. This is
She
like
act like if you go back and you look at over it, like I don't know, like if people watch them over the years, but all the evidence on YouTube of because she record everything. If you go back and you look at Bernice recording videos in her Snapchat, like it's just weird when now that you know, like now that the evidence is in front of you, you could tell like she always just wanted to be with that man.
she always had like an ulterior motive.
And Akira just was blind to the fact. Akira in the video just blind to it all. But
some people ain't never had a bitch turn on them like that before. So yeah, it's hard to realize that you got a fake ass friend when you believe somebody.
And I said that when you haven't been through certain things in life, you don't even know what to look for. Like you're not thinking that. You ain't been through that.
Let me just say this. I just don't understand the fact is how Tim's mama and her sister to sit up there turn against Akira after Akira got 2 kids by this
money, girl. They don't have nothing to do with it, baby. They gonna go with
that's the money.
We were just talking about that too, because that is weird. Like
it seems like to me they ain't nothing but some dirty ass skunks and gypsies.
They crabs in the bucket. They all crabs in the bucket.
Didn't Tim and Akira continue to sleep together even after they like fake separated?
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
So Tim,
why did
that apartment that Akira had in her name for Tim, he had Brenay there, but was still sending Akira dick pics and being with her and stuff and all of that.
The court seen his little wiener.
You play cool with my wife too, so when she win this damn settlement, I'm gonna get back with my wife and get her money too.
But bringing that up too, I think it was a previous live, but they were saying that Tim never wanted to leave Akira. It was basically like I'm gonna have my cake and eat it too moment. I'm gonna fool with Brenay, but I don't want to leave Akira because you're the breadwinner. But Akira said hell no.
But how did I guess like if Akira was still sleeping with him and willing to work on her marriage, why didn't they end up? What stopped them from doing that?
I think he wanted his cake and shit too. He wanted to still mess with Brenay. And
how did she do that though? I'm still lost on that.
Because like I don't know like on that, but like from watching it, like Brenay used to say little smart ass shit on her like on TikTok live. Like she'll say little stuff. Like we all knew like she was at Akira house when Akira wasn't there with Tim, or Tim and the kids like be in the background. Even when Akira was like she didn't, like when they didn't want the kids around, like we knew like she'll just say little stuff. up and be like, when y'all separated, ain't y'all separated? How can I take your man if you separated? Like, she act like people was asking her questions in the comments about it. So she just used to say little smart shit. Like,
Lying.
and I don't think like even before they separated, it was just them separating. And then a lawsuit came because Bernice wouldn't shut up. She kept talking about it. Like she kept saying little stuff on TikTok Live.
And I guess that's what I'm wondering. I guess that's what I'm wondering if that's going to hurt her case because she didn't file. She didn't, even though she doesn't have to file right away, right? But it almost just seems like the reason why you're suing is because she was cyberbullying you, not necessarily.
And part of her case is, but she would still. I think she, even if Brenay was quiet and just let everything die down, didn't bring nothing to the internet, Akira probably was still going to sue her because on the back end, Tim is making it sound like, hey, let's work this out. Let's fix this. We can totally fix this. But you're trying to have your cake and eat it too.
So how do you sue the girl and not the man? Like, I guess that's what I'm trying to understand.
Well,
like,
because
she's suing the person with the money.
But there's a law.
Tim ain't got no money.
Tim has nothing. When is she divorced to Tim yet?
Well, that's not how the law is. The law in North
the law has
Carolina
legal loopholes. At the end of the day, this is the law, though. The law has legal loopholes. You get a divorce and you get nothing from the man that you bought 2 cars for. You held down while you're in college, and then he decides to go marry a woman that you gave your home to. You gonna sue her? But at the end of the day, she gonna get her money. I'm leaving out of here with something. Period.
Right.
I really think like Akira know how much, but like they were friends. So and Brenay, she been doing like, well, they look like they was friends from the outside from them making videos.
That they was friends.
She know how much she was making as a content creator. That's why she going after that girl for all that money. She know.
Because my thing is, if he was still sleeping with him, and if he was still
wrong.
texting her trying to get his wife back, where was the loss of affection? There was no loss of affection.
In North Carolina, wait a minute.
If you're telling me, I don't know what you're not. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I think y'all need to go back. No, wait, Miss Chriselle. I think for everybody to have a better understanding and not have this debate constantly, I think y'all all need to go back and watch Black Goddess from day one court appearance. Just go from day one till today. She's the most accurate, I would say, and the most not getting off topic and not putting on other stuff. If you go from her thing from day one till now, I think y'all will have a better understanding, and this wouldn't be such a well, I don't feel this way, I don't feel that way, because I think that's where the understanding is not there.
Can I add to that if you're gonna do that, also look up like this same thing happened to Fantasia, the singer. Like she messed around with a married man, and that wife sued her because they were in North Carolina.
Yeah.
And you know what happened? She had to pay that lady X amount of money, pay child support to that man, and that man went right back to his damn wife. Right back to his wife. He went right back to his wife. Now him and his wife are chilling with an extra kid and some money.
Yep.
Fantasia had a child by him.
I did not know that. Not
that's why it's very important.
Back it up.
Free yourself, Fantasia was married.
Do you remember before, like a couple years ago, like when she like made that whole thing and people were worried about her because she tried to like hurt herself?
Yeah,
that was because
behind that man.
It was because she came out and I think she was fine during the court case, but once it came out that man went back to his wife, she pulled that.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is kind of like the similar thing. This is a very similar thing. That's what I'm saying. Like I know it's a little.
Everybody kept saying she ain't gonna win. She ain't gonna win. And that lady won.
And that lady won. Why? Because she was able to prove. Now they can, because you can be married and you can have your little financial issues. You can have your little arguments. Yeah, he might have stepped out on Akira a few times, but it wasn't being brought into her home. It wasn't being brought into her face. It wasn't being brought into her kid's face. That's a different monster. She's gonna win. She might not win that $2 million, but she gonna win some money.
Okay, can I stop you on Fantasia? Hold on, I just looked it up. It says in 2010, Fantasia Barrino was named in an alien and affection lawsuit filed by Paula Cook, the wife of her then lover and Antoine Cook. However, the lawsuit against Barrino was ultimately dismissed because of a judge ruled that Cook and his wife
were legally separated before the affair began. Meaning there was no alien affection to prove under the North Carolina's law. So whatever you just said is not true.
Okay, you don't need to yell. Calm
I'm just
down.
making sure that we all is on the
No, I
on
understand,
one
sweetie. I'm
accord.
I'm studying law, so I understand. Calm down, though. The
No,
tone in your
I'm
voice.
calm,
The
baby.
tone in your voice needs to calm down.
I'm
Yeah, but
calm.
Tim and
Okay, so
Akira, they weren't
Hold
legally
on,
So
separated.
whatever
excuse
you
me.
heard,
hold
whatever
on.
you
Armani, where
heard,
you
you
at?
wrong.
Hold on. We don't talk to Miss Rochelle like that, baby. I don't know where the
Exactly.
hell y'all come from, but that one right there, she can say whatever the hell she want in the high or low voice, loud or low. Y'all don't listen. Y'all better come in with some respect.
Thank you, love. But I'm just saying is that if whatever you say, make sure you Google, make sure you know your facts.
Right.
Point blank, period.
Because I was gagged. I didn't know. I'm like, Fantasia.
Because you know
She
what?
did get sued though.
Let me just say this. It did happen with Fantasia. But if Fantasia was trying to settle with the woman out of court before it went into court, right? Try to settle the case. The woman's like, no, we're getting ready to go for it, and she got nothing. And Fantasia did have a son by him.
Yeah, they had the last baby she had is by him.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry. I
Hold
I,
on,
I
Ting Ting.
I don't get out of pocket like that. I'm sorry.
I didn't think you were getting out of pocket. I'm not gonna lie. I sometimes sound loud naturally, and the delivery can be that. But I just, girl, when I'm reading something and I'm excited to talk, I be yelling. I don't know.
So let me just tell you this.
She wasn't even reading bad though. She was just reading with emphasis. Like,
Yeah, like that's what I'm
And
saying
let
with
me just tell
emphasis.
y'all
I should
this.
say not
I
even
love
really like
y'all. I
getting
love
loud.
y'all. Let me just tell you this. I got the BS off the live, off the panel.
Yeah, because I'm quick to fact check. I'm like, because after the live, I was gonna look it up because I heard nothing. I mean, the case itself, I heard nothing of it, but if it was dismissed, then yeah, that is a little different than
Because
what she said.
Fantasia was worried about her image. That, she didn't want to be a homewrecker or this and that and the other. Baby, y'all better
They
try to
don't
act
care about
about it.
none of that
They
though.
was
She did
going
not
in
care
on
about her
Fantasia.
image.
I
And Alicia
remember her
Keys.
having the case, but
Her
I
and
never
Alicia
remember if they
Keys.
settled or not. I didn't remember if she won, but I knew she had the same case, but I never knew if she won or not. I didn't know if they settled or not.
So the difference between Fantasia's case and this case is the fact that Akira they were separated and then she took him back and now they're in his position.
They was
Is
together.
that
They
the point
wasn't
she was trying to make?
separated.
They
But they
wasn't
weren't legal. They weren't
separated.
legally separated. No.
Separated.
No, they were legally separated when Fantasia came into the
No,
party.
no, no, not Fantasia. We're talking about Akira and Tim. When they decided to separate,
I don't
I
think
don't
they
think
was
that was
legally
legal. She just
separated.
signed them off to an apartment, and he decided to bring Brenay big funky stuff over there, but was
Thank you.
still trying to mess around with Akira, even though y'all were trying to separate and fix y'all marriage. Like I feel like that's a conversation they had amongst themselves personally. Like, hey, maybe we need space to maybe fall back in love with each other again. I'm here, you're here, and he decided, no, I'm here, and I'm with Brenay, and that's when she wanted to get
They
the
wouldn't
fuck
let
away.
that
What?
man
Hold
go
on,
without a
please,
fight,
please,
baby.
please, 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 please. What are y'all talking about? When
Uh,
when Brenay came to that house, Akira and Tim was still together. They was
Yeah,
not
they was still
separated.
together.
So why
They
did
were
he
still
need
together.
to move out then when they had the house?
He was cheating. He brought Brenay to Akira. They got, okay, long story short, the original story is they got caught hunching by Devin, right? They
Right.
lied and said that Devin bucked up at Akira. Wait, let me reverse. They told Devin that she was going to the mama house, whatever. She left Devin house that night. They went to Akira house. Tim told Brenay to go to Akira house
Right.
instead of going to her mom's house. They are still together at this point.
The first time they moved, that Bernay stayed with them, they were still together.
Correct.
That's the
Yeah,
part
but I'm
that
not
can't
saying when
forget
Brenay and
about
Tim were
Core.
in Akira's house. I thought, and I don't know if this is fake news. I could have sworn someone said Akira when they separated that she signed him an apartment. Is that not true though?
No, no,
She
no,
This
did, and
is
I think
no.
that was
way
Brenay
after the
did.
after.
fact. This is
Brenay did.
way after the fact. Brenay
That
bought,
was
Oh,
and
Brenay. I don't
We're
think that
talking
was
about Brenay.
Akira.
Brenay signed for him in the
Yeah,
apartment,
that
not
wasn't
okay.
that
Akira.
That's
wasn't
where I'm getting
Akira.
confused.
But y'all
Okay.
Yeah,
know the
no.
part where the Akira's grandma went over to the house, blah blah blah, try to get Brenay out. I'm kind of upset at Akira that when the police came, she did not say yeah, kick her out. She agreed with Tim and was like, yeah, Brenay can stay. I feel like she should have kicked Brenay out when the police came. She should have never agreed with Tim and let her stay at all.
See,
I
now
feel like
this is
But
that was
mm,
kind of
Tessa,
wrong in her part, you
But
know?
can I just say this, Tessa?
Yes,
Honestly,
ma'am.
let me just say this. Akira was broken, beyond broken
Mm-hmm.
during that time. And let me just tell you this. She didn't have no sisters to come over and step in or whatever. This because Akira is not like that. I don't know Akira from the can of paint, but what I'm saying is that from the all the testimonies and all that stuff, all the correspondence that's coming back or whatever. Let me just tell you this: when you're broken like that, when you believe in your husband and your husband sit up there, do you so cold and so rubbish and so wrong or whatever? I'm telling you that. I mean, that's heartfelt. Did
mm-hmm.
her
No, I
grandmother?
understand that part, but I'm just like, oh, Akira, like I just wish somebody was there to,
I think
But I feel like
I
it's the
think she
same
just
with
was really
Devin.
she really believed her husband. And I
Yes.
know like it's hard for a
Yeah.
lot of people like in this day and age to understand that people really love their
Yes,
significant
like
others
that. The
no
oath
matter
you take
what
when
they
you
do
get
to them.
married, that
Because
means a lot.
people I know like it's a lot, but people when they get married, like people go through a lot. You don't know what people
Mm-hmm.
going through in their marriage. They don't tell you. They go through a lot of bullshit and they
Yeah.
save face and you never really know. Like she was going through all of this and her family never even know it until the grandma came over to her house. And it's like, why you ain't tell us? Because she
that's
wanted to save
true.
her
That's
marriage. She
true.
wanted to save her
Exactly.
marriage.
And that's
And
the
even when the
reason
police
why.
came, she
And
still
this,
wanted to save her marriage. And she believed in her husband, ain't played in her
Yes.
face. She
and
just
I think
And
believed
then
in
that's
her
she
why
had
she's
a
gonna
man.
win the
miscarriage during the
case.
time.
But I'm
She
so
had a
happy you said
miscarriage
that
during
because
the
I feel like
time.
nobody's giving Akira grace. The same with Devin. Like people act like they weren't stupid at one point in their lives, and you have to go through something to the point
Yeah.
where you're no longer stupid. You will never fall for a nigga that's oh my phone
Yeah.
died and it's fucking two in
No,
the
it's
morning
not that
and
I'm
like
not
where are you
giving her
at?
grace. It's just like at that point, from my understanding, I could be wrong, y'all, because I'm just getting all my stuff from TikTok. It's like she already knew about the affair, correct?
Yeah, that's
She
I'm
found
So
out
saying
about
that's
the affair
so it's not that
during the
I'm not
case.
giving her grace. It's just that when she cried and called her grandma, I'm like, she called her grandma and said she didn't want Brenay in the house. So I just don't get that when the grandma actually came and was willing to help her, why she didn't just let that happen, you know?
well.
Because
That's
I
she
feel
what
like
had
she
that.
did want
exactly
her
what
to
the
go,
one
but she
lady
didn't want them
said.
to have any confrontation, like any battle or fighting. She's a sweet young lady. She don't want
She
that. She
is.
just want when I say get out, you got to get up and get out. That's it. She didn't want her grandmother,
And
an
at that
elderly
point,
lady.
she
Because she was
still she
feeling
didn't
weird.
have proof he was cheating. She still
Right,
was
exactly, and that
assuming.
was another thing. She couldn't
Yeah,
prove it
she
at
was. She
that
had
time.
assumptions. She just was like she was
And
mad. You know, like I just feel uncomfortable and I don't want her here at this point.
Right, and
right.
she did
And
everything that she was supposed to do. She told her husband. She told
Yeah.
Brenay nasty. She told Bernasty husband, and she did what she was supposed to do.
Well, see, that's what. Okay, so from my understanding, I thought at that part Devin had called her and told her the
That wasn't
truth.
until later.
no.
That was
Oh, okay.